Middays with Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic. On the radio. Good morning. On the Fanatic app. Make sure you download 97.5, the Fanatic app. It is amazing. You can listen live, listen on demand. There's a video component. And, of course, good morning to our viewers on YouTube. Live, get involved in our online chat. Say hello. Subscribe to 97.5, the Fanatic on YouTube. And we say good morning to Mr. Ray Dunn. Hey, Ray.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Why are you so happy when you're reading the GiveMeTheVin.com commercial?
I just really feel connected to the product, John.
Because you can do it in your underwear?
You can do it in your underwear.
You sound really happy when you were reading it. I was just listening to it.
I'm so thrilled about GiveMeTheVin.com.
And we say good morning to Sean Brace. Hi, Sean.
Boys, let me tell you something. I hope you were up late last night watching the double OT affair, because what we are witnessing is not anything we've seen before. Victor Wembanyama. Are you kidding me? 41 points, 24 boards, 49 minutes. Up against a team that hasn't lost a playoff game, the reigning champions. John, they gave the MVP trophy. San Antonio had no business going in there and winning game one, and they did exactly that. Dude, Wemby is a freak, man.
Yep, it's like a different level of basketball from what we were watching with the Sixers slogging through the East. And I mean, well, listen, we'll see what the Knicks, there'll be definitely a difference in styles of play, that's for sure, depending on, and the Knicks have to win too. We'll see.
That too. I think the Knicks will get it done because I think they're aided again by the fact that Cleveland just played 7. It's right there at the hands for the Knicks.
It was a hell of a game last night. The Spurs are legit.
The Knicks choked this one away. Oof.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I hope. Well,
there you go. All right, so I don't know. At some point last night, I don't even know, because I had my daughter's 4th grade concert last night, and then afterwards there's because they don't have school today. It's in service.
Was she playing an instrument or is she singing?
Flute, both.
Oh,
they do both.
Oh, sing and play the flute.
Yeah.
Wow, that's some
play
talent.
the flute, then take a little, let the strings come in, the violins come in, and then she gets up there singing her heart out.
Look at that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
Very nice.
But then I come home and it's like, oh, we're having a sleepover tonight with 7 of their friends because they don't have school today. So it's like, oh, on a work night, we're having 7 girls, including our 3, at a sleepover. Awesome. So I was up. Watching the game, actually. Otherwise, I probably would have fallen asleep.
A little Monday Night Raw for you.
Yeah, great idea. Great idea to do it on a work night. Extraordinary idea, Ray.
Wow.
Good stuff. No issue with that. So that was a good game. But so at some point last night, I start getting the notifications, or you guys are sending in the group chat, that A.J. Brown got married, but he didn't invite A.J. to his wedding. Or didn't invite Jalen to his wedding. So A.J. got married and didn't invite Jalen to his wedding. Sorry. And I think my reaction was like, duh. Did you think he was going to be invited to the wedding? Or he wasn't there. We don't know if he was invited. And then some other stories came out that I don't know. TMZ said he wasn't there. And they also said no current Eagles were there. But then there looked like a picture of Saquon Barkley that was there. So I don't really know exactly how to call it. I know this. A.J. Brown got married, and there wasn't a lot of current Eagles players there, if anybody, other than maybe Saquon. Or maybe a handful of other guys that haven't said they were there. Mm-hmm. But Jalen Hurts apparently was not there. And then someone else said that Jalen didn't go to the wedding because Jalen didn't go to the wedding because A.J. didn't invite him, because A.J. was mad that Jalen didn't go to his engagement party last year. He elected to go to the Met Gala instead.
Oh.
What are we doing? Are we really doing this? Is this really where we are?
Well, yeah, we are doing this. You know why? You're talking about a guy that they had unbelievable success. How can this guy, A.J. Brown, go down as the greatest wide receiver of all time and not be at least somewhat cordial with the guy that was throwing you the football? For crying out loud, John, he is the godfather to A.J. Brown's daughter. And he doesn't get an invite to the wedding? I'm telling you, all I know is this. You're kicking a man. He's not down, but A.J. Brown is kicking a man on his way out. And I've been saying now for weeks that A.J. Brown, all I want him is just to be happy.
Me too.
I don't know if I'm subscribing to that anymore. I honestly, I've had enough of A.J. Brown. All right, and I know we're going to I'll get my wish here, me personally, in 2 weeks, whatever it may be. Again, we'll find out. But this whole nonsense, and again, painting Jalen Hurts like he's the bad guy in this. How is A.J. Brown not the bad guy in this? He's the one that wants out. right? Like, what am I missing here?
But we want him to be happy. Jeffrey Lurie hugged him.
Yeah.
No one said anything bad about him. I will say this, Sean, that it is, and I think this is kind of where the hook is, and this is where the conversation is at 610-632-0975. That's the phone line. That's the Davis Honda text line. Sean, you know how to use the text message, right?
Oh, yeah.
Leave your name, location, occupation, and also the voice memos on the Davis Honda text line of 610-632-0975. The same number does it all. All right. It's weird, and I'm still trying to figure it out because we know AJ has had a really good Eagles career. And by the way, can we stop with he's the best Eagles wide receiver of all time?
Oh.
I know Ray said it, and now you just say it.
How about that?
He's not the best Eagles wide receiver of all time. Stop,
he's
okay?
not?
No, he's not the best Eagles. I don't want to do this now because he's not the best Eagles receiver of all time.
T.O.?
For June 3rd.
T.O.?
Harold Carmichael, who's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Mike Quick.
You had a good golf tournament.
Deshaun Jackson.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know AJ won a Super Bowl. I'm not telling you that AJ's not in the conversation.
If we're not doing the conversation now, I'm not going to force the conversation.
Okay, don't force the conversation. I'm just saying, like, before we start naming him the best Eagles wide receiver of all time, I need to have a conversation about that because I'm not comfortable with doing that with a Hall of Famer.
Most successful?
How about he's just had a great Eagles career? We'll break it down, all right? We'll break it down. But I'm, like you, I'm trying to figure out, and Ray and I were kind of talking about it before the show, and Ray's like, I've contributed to part of this too. Why? So he comes here, the amount of success they've had in his 4 seasons, they've been to 2 Super Bowls, they won a Super Bowl. The offense was great in the other Super Bowl. A.J. Brown, although the last 2 years isn't the first 2 years, a lot of that is probably the offense and the lack of a throwing offense. And he's been plagued by injuries a little bit. Like last year, he was plagued by injuries a little bit with the knee. And also, he just kind of was out of it, right? So a guy who last year in the playoff game was, not fully into it. There were multiple times last year where A.J. Brown just seemed like that he was going through the motions out there. That he wasn't mad. He was almost like apathetic to what was going on. And, I mean, typically those athletes in Philadelphia don't get a standing ovation on the way out the door. Here's the reality. A.J. Brown has asked for a trade. He asked to be traded. I don't think the Eagles, if everything were okay, would say, hey, A.J., we're going to try to trade you. And honestly, it's the perfect time to trade him because he doesn't want to be here. His skills probably are diminishing, and you could still get a first-round draft pick for it. So I think all in all, you got your 4 years. They were a great 4 years. I'm actually happy that they're moving on right now, but I'm happy because he doesn't want to be here mostly, and it's time to move on. What other athlete has forced his way out of town, and we were like, yeah. Like, let me give you an example, and I can't stand the guy, Scott Rowland. He does not deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely not a Hall of Famer. Scott Rowland was playing for an organization, a Phillies organization that isn't the Phillies organization right now, that didn't spend a lot of money, that played in Veterans Stadium, that was not loved by the fans and by the players. Now, I thought Scott was unfair because they were trying to pay him. They were trying to pay Scott Rowland a lot of money. But Scott Rowland said, no, I don't want to play for you, your loser organization. I want out. Mm-hmm. And Scott Rowland got viciously attacked. And the treatment that he got on his way out the door was uncomfortable. They honored Harry Kalas after he got into the Hall of Fame. And Scott Rowland was in town with the Cardinals. And it happened to be the same day. And he opened up the door for Harry Kalas to get into a convertible so they could drive him around the stadium. And he got viciously booed. And it was very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. This is what I need to know. Who are the other athletes that have forced their way out of town or asked to be traded that were treated as well as A.J. Brown? Other than Johnny-come-lately people that are just now realizing that he's leaving, that have kind of turned on him a little bit, even then, you have to look long and hard on social media to find those people. I don't know anybody that's killing A.J. Brown. And he legitimately is demanding to be traded from the team.
That is correct. Yeah.
Why?
It's a good question. It really is. I guess maybe because a lot of it has taken place behind the scenes to a point. Again, we've been inundated with this conversation for a couple months now ad nauseum, discussing it. And yes, the June 1st date is right around the corner, but I don't know why people really are just letting A.J. Brown completely off the hook, because that's what it feels like to me. And again, more of these stories continue to pop up and surface. And I get it, it's TMZ, and we're talking seating charts at a wedding and invitations and all that nonsense. But it does make Jalen Hurts look bad in the grand scheme of things. As crazy as that sounds, right? The national media, Good Morning Football, they're all talking about it this morning. All the talk shows, the blogs, the podcasts. And I'm just saying, enough. A.J. Brown is the one that wants out of here. Keep Jalen Hurts' name out your damn mouth.
It does make Jalen look bad. You know why? Who's had his back in this? Have the Eagles had his back? The owner went and hugged A.J. Brown after A.J. Brown went on social media for multiple weeks complaining about stuff, right? The article in the offseason, Tim McManus, Jeremy Fowler, was there a lot of bad talk about A.J. Brown, that A.J. Brown was dividing the locker room? Was there any of that? Has there been any reporting negatively about A.J. Brown? The answer is no.
No.
For the most part. So, yes, it does make Jalen look bad. It makes Jalen look like he's the problem.
And it's crazy because we trust our eyes, and there were plenty to look at A.J. over the past few weeks of the season and go, he's obviously not giving it his all there. And those drops, he completely is getting off the hook here.
Honest question, I agree with you 100%. He is getting off the hook. But people don't want to put him on the hook. And that's the question, why? Why are people upset with A.J. Brown? He's orchestrated his way out of town on a Super Bowl caliber team. 610-632-0975. This is from your perspective and also why you think that it is. Phone line, 610-632-0975. Text line, 610-632-0975. Davis Honda text line with the voice memos. Does it bother you? Does it bother the team? LaShawn McCoy talked about that last night. He thinks it was a problem with the team. Middays of Marks, 97.5.
John.
We're back. Yeah, so what's the song for AJ? It can't be this.
Does he get an end of the road?
He could get the end of the road treatment.
No.
No?
It would have to be what, not us individually, feel. What the overall feeling is of of the city, of the fan base. So someone on the text line said to Ray that we have to stop being soft and we have to do T.O. Donovan. We need to choose a side. And he's right. And I'm side AJ.
You're siding with AJ.
Yep.
Oh man, I can't go down that path. Nope. Not when the guy is still here and he's going to have to take all the shrapnel that's coming his way and all these arrows that are going to be sent his way. So many people out there are saying that this Super Bowl MVP, a guy that has outperformed Mahomes on the grand stage not once but 2 times, leading this team, this franchise to the promised land. All of a sudden now he's going to have a prove-it season. There's just too much coming at my guy, Jalen Hurts, and I get it. A little bias here, John. But am I asking for too much for A.J. Brown to invite the coworker to the affair? Was he not worth the $175 chicken plate, Ray? Is that what's going on here?
It might have been a buffet. I don't know if they had plates.
I mean, what? It's a destination wedding.
I prefer the buffet. The wedding plate where you're getting the beef or the chicken or the fish is garbage.
Yeah.
The potato and the disgusting salad. I need a buffet.
I know it's a destination wedding, so then everything's out the window as far as inviting coworkers and all that. But for crying out loud.
No, Sean. You don't invite somebody you don't get along with. You're not a phony. So real fast, and we'll get to some phone calls here. We'll get to some texts. Ray, real fast, because you're a huge A.J. Brown fan. You're letting him off the hook.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we're taking sides here, I'm taking Jalen's. I'm sticking here in this city.
Really?
Yeah. You know,
How about that?
We've had this whole back and forth here today. I'm sitting back there as we're getting ready to do the show. I'm like, why have I been pining for a guy that has no desire to be here? He doesn't want me. You know what? I don't want you either, man. Get lost.
And it's like I'm trying to be supportive of Jalen because he is our quarterback and he is going to be here, and I do believe the Eagles have had the success they've had in. I kind of want to say in large part, but like Jalen hasn't just been a passenger; he's been a big part of it. And I want to give him credit. He's a Super Bowl MVP. He's outplayed Pat Mahomes twice. All the other canned responses I need to say about Jalen Hurts, I'm going to say.
Okay.
All right, because I believe it. But I have to look and I have to say, okay, it's not what people are saying. It's what everybody else is saying. Like, how do I judge this situation? How do I know if it's just AJ being a brat and he's a diva and he wants out? What is everybody else saying about this? What are his teammates saying about it? What is Jeffrey Lurie saying about it? Whatever the reporter's saying about it. What is LaShawn McCoy saying about it? Is this relevant with LaShawn, or should we save this for what we're talking about right now?
We can play it.
All right, LaShawn McCoy on this speakeasy last night.
Oh,
LaShawn McCoy, and by the way, LaShawn McCoy doesn't appear to like Jalen Hurts all that much.
Really?
Based on previous comments.
Okay.
Well, who was it that was telling a story about Jalen and he said, oh, he didn't talk to you? And he just looked at his phone the whole time? Remember that at the Super Bowl?
That was Acho.
That was Acho, yeah.
I don't think anyone in that speakeasy is inviting Jalen in for a drink.
Right. So Acho was talking about he saw Jalen at the Super Bowl and he cut him off and he said, "Oh, and he didn't talk to you." And
you know what?
he looked down at his phone.
Jalen doesn't want to hang out with guys like Acho either, Ray.
All right, go ahead.
Right.
Here,
I think sometimes when it's a work relationship and we're friends outside the work relationship, and then I'm not delivering on the field because maybe it's his fault or maybe it's his fault, our relationship might get affected. And I think this is the problem we have right here. AJ was going for 1,400 yards, they was winning games, et cetera, et cetera. The offense slowed down. Offense ain't doing well. He ain't throwing the ball. I ain't catching the ball. Now it's a little friction there. But even before the wedding, we've been new this.
Correct.
We've been new this. So that's time to move on. We're going to see what Jalen Hurts looks like without AJ Brown. We're going to see what AJ Brown looks like without Jalen Hurts. I can't wait because now we won't have this conversation every day, every night. And I think this type of conversation from all my homeboys that play with the Eagles, it's affected the team. We tired of hearing about AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts.
he's 100% right about that. It's a distraction. It was a distraction last year, too. It was. And everybody knows it, and no one wants to have to take sides or whatever. But again, this is why I'm Team AJ. Give me the report. Give me the anonymous player. Give me the player on the record. Give me the coach on the record. Give me the coach off the record. Give me anybody that criticizes A.J. Brown in any of this. Because all the, we hear, obviously, we hear stuff from behind the scenes that we believe, and we're not going to report it, but you hear things, right? And everything that I heard going back to the year that everything fell apart in 2023 was their relationship is not good. The quarterback and the wide receiver, their relationship's not good. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's personal. I don't know if it's play related. I don't know. But everything that you even heard last year was they don't hate each other, but it's the quarterback. people don't get along with the quarterback. He carries himself a certain way. The Michael Silver coming out and saying that the guys used to try to like make fun of him and he didn't even get it. They were calling him Jordan and he didn't even get that they were just trying to bust the stones on it, right? It's like you have Jalen and he's the franchise star quarterback, and then you have everybody else. Devontae Smith catches a touchdown pass. What does he do when he comes back to the bench?
Throw me the damn ball.
Just throw the bleeping ball. So it seems like there was a lot of people that were frustrated with Jalen Hurts. Remember the story that came out during the season about how during practice, he's doing what he's supposed to during the practice, but then when it comes to the game, he's not doing any of those things. I've heard nothing but good things about A.J. Brown behind the scenes, from players, from coaches, from front office. Universally, he is loved by everybody inside the Philadelphia Eagles. If he was really a jerk and this wasn't all on Jalen Hurts, it wouldn't be like that.
You know what's crazy is this team with A.J. Brown, led by Jalen Hurts, never won less than 11 games in his time. And yet it was strictly off of play on the field. And it's not even like A.J. Brown wasn't lighting it up. He went over 1,000 yards, which isn't something that happens all the time with the Philadelphia Eagles receivers. We know the history that him and Devontae Smith have done, accomplished this past season. So, like, you look at everything there. The touches were there. The winning was there. You won Super Bowls. Like, did Jalen steal his girl? I don't think so. They just got married.
Man, Kellen Moore apparently couldn't stand him. I know Scott Loeffler came out and said that he was fine.
That's right. We got one.
Kellen Moore couldn't stand him. Scott Loeffler, who's, by the way, I think working with him personally, came out and defended him.
Hey, don't get caught up in the details.
So you wanted to keep working with him after he wasn't professionally tied to him anymore. I feel like that says something.
I think I'm not naive to sit here and say that Jalen is not perfect, and he probably is a little bit more of a perfectionist than people would like to be around as much as possible, right? But at the end of the day, the guy delivers.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like, AJ, what do you really want? Like, he comes off as the type of guy that's never going to be happy. Go ahead. Go to New England. Because you know what? It seems like things are just peachy up there. Yeah, good luck.
Diane Rossini, the offensive coordinator this year. Yeah.
The day before you kick off the season, the only thing that's going to be discussed is whether or not your coach is keeping it in his pants for the upcoming season. Not anything to do with you or Drake May.
All right. Team AJ or Team Jalen? We got Team AJ, Team Jalen.
Oh, you know where I'm at. It's in my bio.
Who's the biggest reason for the breakup?
It's AJ.
No.
It absolutely is AJ. Jalen is a football player just focused on winning. That's it. Being successful. AJ wants to pout. AJ wants the ball. Look at me. I'm on the sideline with the book. I'm getting married. I'm not going to invite the bleeping godfather. Do you have a godfather? How does that work?
What do you mean?
I don't have a godfather for my kids.
I got baptized.
Oh, yeah, I did not. My kids didn't get baptized. I don't know.
What type of a father are you?
What do I got to do there?
You got to do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Go to the church?
Church, yeah.
No, we're not church-going folk.
Well, me
Well,
neither.
they're probably not going to get baptized.
Yeah.
Okay. I know we talked about it, but the whole godfather, I think my godfather is my brother-in-law, I think.
It doesn't seem like you have. It doesn't seem like you have a godfather.
Do you have a ceremony with that?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Baptism. Yes.
Oh, so when you get the child baptized, then you say.
Yes.
So who's your kid's godfather? Did they all have one godfather?
My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law.
Okay. Yeah,
Godfather and godmother. Yes.
Oh, yeah. No, none of that.
I'm my cousin's son's godfather.
If God forbid, me and my wife pass away, Ray, you're taking over.
You're the godfather.
You're the
yes.
godfather, Ray.
All right, I'm in.
Who's your
How
godfather,
about
Ray?
that? I got. I'm not getting used to that drop. We need to clean that bad boy up.
That's great.
My uncle on my mom's side,
who
my
cares?
aunt, my dad's side.
Who cares?
Yeah.
So it's on the record. Your team Jalen.
I'm Team Jalen.
Well, I'm stressed now. Now I'm thinking about taking care of Sean's kids.
Dude, I'm telling you, just Google it. Who's Team Jalen in any of these discussions? Just no. The wide receiver came back to the bench and more or less was like, "F you, Jalen Hurts, throw the football."
Do we need a
Not
report,
AJ.
though, to tell you that A.J. Brown's throwing a tantrum? No, you see it with your own eyes.
He's not throwing a tantrum.
Yes, he is. He's on stream with Janky Rondo making jokes about the offense. He's logging on to different social media each week to tell you the offense isn't good enough, and he's walking out before the media can come in. We know he's not upset. You don't need a report on where A.J. Brown is.
Right. Voice memo, 610-632-0975. Instead of sending a text, you hit that little plus sign next to where you send a text, and then a box pops up. This is on iPhone, and then you hit the audio button, and you can record it. Name, location, occupation. We clean it up and get it on there. It's like a phone call in 2026, which we have coming up. But I think it speaks volumes that no one has come out and been critical of A.J. Brown. Not one person. Literally not one person. What does that tell you internally? That the Eagles understand that Jalen's a difficult person to deal with. And A.J. has the type of personality that doesn't deal with it. Some people can tolerate, right? You have to be able to tolerate somebody that you fundamentally are like, you know what? I don't like his behavior. I don't like how he acts. And it seems like A.J. is a bad match for tolerating whatever Jalen Hurts does. Like Devontae, you never really know because he doesn't really say anything.
No.
He's like kind of like a silent killer. I love him.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'd be very easy for someone to come out and leak to Jeff McClain. Like, no, hang on. Jalen's getting a really bad rap. He's fine.
And
Nobody's done that. Not one person.
That's fair.
I mean, I just remember when the whole thing was going down, BG told us that Jalen was trying and that AJ wasn't exactly listening to him. So,
agreed.
AJ could have shut down on Jalen, and Jalen has his own faults in this thing. It's just a shame. It's disappointing at the fact that we've gone through 4 years of very successful football where AJ's been a top 5 receiver in terms of receiving yards. And granted, that has dropped off over the last 2 years, and I can see his annoyance with that. But he's basically like, yep, not going to work here. I'm done.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is you trade A.J. Brown, you keep Jalen Hurts. Even if you think Jalen Hurts could possibly be out of here after the short term because his play is going to regress, I don't necessarily think that, but you keep the quarterback. Right. This is honestly an easy decision. AJ, goodbye. You have a bad knee. You're now going to be entering your late 20s, right? He's still pretty young.
Yeah.
AJ. I don't know. All right. What's the Davis Honda text line saying about all of this there, Raymond?
Team AJ, he's only wanted to be great. Jalen needs to grow up and realize he's not MJ.
Yep. Kind of how I feel. And by the way, when we also say that I am puzzled to why AJ gets almost unanimous support for a guy that's demanding his way out of town. So Charles Barkley was brought up as a comp to somebody that demanded to be traded and received pretty much no criticism. And it's true. 1992. So we got to go back 30 some years for it. And Barkley had given since 1984. So he had given almost a decade. It was a bad organization. It was a bad owner. And could he have stayed and said, no, I'm going to try to see this out? No, he wanted to be traded. And honestly, he should have been traded. And there was no criticism. You're absolutely right. He received very, very little criticism because he was never going to win here, and everybody knew it.
That's the difference. He was never going to win here. Everybody knew it.
AJ's on a team that's set up to win again.
Right, and he wants out.
Kurt Schilling was traded, and I think people were just kind of – I don't know. I don't even know if we realized Kurt was such a pain in the ass then. But he was really, really good. But the team sucked. So it was, why are you going to keep a Kurt Schilling when your team sucks, right? If your team can't make the playoffs, what's the point of having a number one starter if you can get these great prospects in return, which you didn't because it was a bad trade. But Schilling didn't really get a lot of criticism, and he wanted out. I don't know if he demanded a trade, but he wanted out. Jason Worth signed for like guys that the Phillies didn't want. The Phillies didn't want Jason Worth. They gave him an offer that they knew he was going to refuse. He got brutal treatment on his way out the door. And Jason Worth was a great player. I love Jason Worth. I didn't like the way that we treated Jason Worth. Jason Worth didn't want to leave. But yet, man, did he get crushed. He broke his thumb and he got cheered. I was at that game.
Charles Barkley's name came up last night, as a matter of fact, after Wemby and what he did, because Wemby went for 40-plus and 20-plus rebounds, and that was the most in a playoff from a young player dating back to Charles Barkley when I think he dropped 56 in a playoff game for the Houston Rockets back in 93. How about that? 56 and 20.
Is that right?
Yeah, man. Charles is just...
That Charles was... When that year he went to Phoenix, the first 2 years he was in Phoenix, he was unbelievable. He was still athletic. He was shooting the three a little bit. He was unbelievable. All right, what are more people saying, Ray?
Zach from Bristol here. I could agree with you guys more. It's time to move on from AJ. I'm not sure anyone could not blame AJ. 2 Super Bowl appearances less than 5 years, winning one of them, and he's still worried about how many yards he gets. He clearly hasn't bought in. Jalen led this team 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl MVP. It's very hard to win as a quarterback in this league. It's even harder to find a quarterback, one that consistently leads his team to the playoffs year in and year out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I do want AJ to be happy. There's no doubt about that. I think we all do. No, but people really want to, like, you'll get the few people that say, ship him to the Raiders, F him.
I said the Browns.
Yeah, you did say the Browns.
Yeah, Browns.
Right.
Because I think the Raiders, actually, I don't know where to stand on the Raiders. I'm kind of confused. because I was all in on my guy Mendoza. But now I'm hearing that
You're already out?
they don't even want to play him. No, I'm talking about this year because I was going to take the over. I was buying a Vegas Raider hat. I was coming in here.
They're going to play him, dude. Quarterbacks like that, the minute that they don't win, they come in by the first couple weeks. Get me the last quarterback taking that high that didn't play.
But you got Brady running the show over there. They're in no rush. They got a brand new coach. You got Kirk Cousins, right? You're right. It comes down to winning. If they're not winning, then, yeah, you're going to have to go out there and play them eventually, or else you're going to lose the locker room in week 6. You don't want that. But I was Vegased up. Now, kind of cautious.
Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that. Look, Mendoza's a big piece of the puzzle.
Getting a lot of Team AJ text messages on my personal Davis Honda text line, right?
We got it split right now on the text line. Pretty good on the Davis Honda text
That's a
line.
shame because guys like Jalen don't come around often. That's all I'll say.
So you think this is?
I'm just telling you, as far as the quarterback play on the field, yeah, he's not perfect off the field. Man, talk about some of the good things he does. There's kids in this city that have air conditioning when they're going to school, John. That's not because of A.J. Brown. That's because of Jalen Hurts.
Well, listen, I'm a team Jalen with you, but if we're going off field, AJ, it's not that AJ's a bad guy. He's out there buying groceries for people. He's, he does good stuff. I don't think we need to,
Well, again,
Walter Payton Man of the Year competition between the two.
That's actually a good idea. Let's pit them against each other.
Again, my guy is just taking shrapnel, as this dude is like, you know what, throwing a bomb. Luckily, we got the best general manager in the game because where
Howie, get it done.
Yeah, where people are zigging, Howie is zagging. So he was able to accomplish what he needed to accomplish in this offseason, of course, with the draft. Luckily, losing a guy like A.J. Brown, you don't want to be here, so what? Thank God we got Howie. But on the flip side of that, again, he's the one that's tossing a grenade into the Philadelphia Eagles backfield here as they're trying to call play. This isn't Jalen Hurts because he's difficult and he thinks he's Michael Jordan. No, this is about A.J. Brown. That's who it's about. And he should have invited Jalen Hurts, the godfather, to his daughter to the Laguna Beach wedding. That's something he'll live to regret.
You're really mad about the wedding.
Again, man, I get it's a destination wedding, but if you care about this guy as a human, put everything to the side.
He doesn't. They're not friends anymore.
You should.
They're not friends anymore.
You brought him a lot of success.
Okay, but they're not friends anymore. No other Eagles were there.
If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, he's not even playing for the Eagles.
That
trade wouldn't have went down if it wasn't for Jalen. I'm based on.
Oh, wait, Howie had never heard about A.J. Brown before, and he's like, who?
Howie, get it done.
Oh, A.J. Brown, who's he play for? Yeah, we can trade for him.
Oh, one of your buddies? Sure, we'll bring him in for a workout. We'll see how it goes.
It is hot. It is hot because I didn't know they were best friends until the whole they could trade for him, and it's like, why are they best friends?
He was trying to recruit him to Alabama.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when they became buddies, and it's like, the godfather of his daughter. Like, really, that's interesting. I had no idea, and then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, they're not friends anymore. Like, hang on. You can't go from Godfather best friends to they're not friends anymore, and then he demands to be traded?
I love the fact that this wedding has now taken over everything from the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding.
We got a couple weeks to fire up that contest.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, John Kincade checks in. You're defending a guy who quit on the field numerous times last season, including a playoff game. It's the most shocking heel turn I've ever seen. And Saquon was at the wedding, which he was.
Ooh.
Which at least we saw a picture that looked like Saquon.
And maybe we should just be sitting here giving Saquon credit for keeping the peace as long as we have.
I need 20. I need 20 because guess what?
That was the parking lot. Remember the part? It wasn't it wasn't a meeting though.
It was just AJ was pulling out. He was trying to back out of his spot, and Saquon's like, "Hold up, you need to talk to somebody real quick."
And this is really hitting me now, Ray. And you'll like this too, John. Maybe not, but this is more towards Ray. This is kind of going into the Drake Kendrick arena, right? Where LeBron was supposed to be Drake's boy. But all of a sudden, Kendrick throws a party in Inglewood, and who's up there dancing in the front row, singing every song, or every lyric, but LeBron, right? So now that's the riff. Drake is like, okay, you with him? That's fine.
Oh, so now Saquon's going to hate the teammates are going to hate Saquon?
Saquon should have thought about this. Saquon should have said, you know what? Maybe I don't need to go there. Just saying, hey,
I was laughing a couple minutes ago because I'm having real like PTSD of arguing the same side as Bill and not being able to agree with the points that Bill's making. I'm with you in being Team Jalen here.
How about that?
But the wedding invite, you being stuck on that, it is really crushing me right now.
It is interesting how he keeps going back to
I mean, did you see that picturesque view out in Laguna Beach?
Yeah, I'm sure he had a nice wedding. He's rich.
Yeah.
It was great.
You look beautiful.
No, honestly, I'm like, I was thinking about this last night. I was curious to what the thought, if Saquon was there, did he invite other members of the Eagles who declined? Who would he invite? Like, was he close with the offensive line? Defensive guys, typically offense and defense, they're all separate meetings. Devontae, was he there?
Or they were there, and TMZ's not good at reporting.
It's also could be the case.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Do they really know what Devontae Smith looks like? I mean, they didn't know who Diana Rossini was, and they walked away from the story.
Saquon Barkley is literally looking at the.
He was on the cover of Madden, bro.
I know. He's a pretty big star.
He's the guy right there in the back row, and you didn't know who he was.
So to John's point about the like, I mean, I'm not going to say I was the first one in the city to trade him. I immediately said you have to trade this guy away because his indifference on the field. He wasn't even mad anymore. He was just like going through the motions. That matters. That clearly matters. And even if guys like AJ, you can't have that. You can't have a constant conversation of, oh, well, you bring him back and you tell him it's going to be okay, and you bring in Sean Mannion. Everything's not going to be okay. He's never going to be happy. Him and Jalen, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So I'm very happy that they are moving on from him. But as far as how did we get here, again, I'll just say it. I haven't heard anything come out negatively about A.J. Brown. I'm just saying.
He was the captain, right? You got to have his back.
It's weird.
It is.
610-632-0975.
Because the film don't lie, John. And all those guys sat in there and watched that film, and they saw A.J. Brown, not so much alligator arm it, but, hey, man, you could have extended. Could have extended a little bit there.
Dropping a lot of big balls.
That was a big drop against the 49ers.
Yep. 610-632-0975. Middays with Marks. John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. The morning show got into the idea that this is a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts. Is that fair? Phillies won last night. We'll talk about them coming up. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5, the Fanatic. Let's talk about Parks for a second. You know I'm always on the BetParks app. In fact, I recommended in one of my BetParks bets, I said, listen, if you think San Antonio's got a shot, now's the time to get in before the series starts, because if they win game one, those odds are going to shift significantly. And they have. Live betting on basketball and hockey playoffs is better on the BetParks online sportsbook app. We had a Game 7 last night in hockey. It's the only online casino and sportsbook app that I would ever recommend. You're betting more than the score. Bet individual player performances on basketball, hockey, golf, soccer, baseball, and MMA. Like Kyle Schwarber. Hasn't he not hit a home run in a couple of days? Uh-huh. Telling you. He goes a couple days. You get on the BetParks app. Make your downtime fun time, because it's also the online casino. That's right. New casino users get 250 bonus spins on the hot online game. The sweetest collect them, plus up to a $1,000 bonus back in your first 24 hours. So bet on your favorite sports right on your phone. The BetParks online casino and sportsbook app, where there's always another way to win. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions do apply. See betparks.com for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Mark Brace, Ray Dunn. And I feel fine.
How about that Game 7 last night? And on the ice? That was a good game.
Overtime.
Dude, and they were up 2-0.
Yep.
I feel for the folks in Buffalo. I really do. I don't know what that is. I guess because I grew up, that was prime time for me, the Buffalo Bills losing 4 straight Super Bowls. So, like, if you ask me a city or a fan base that I feel bad for, it would be Buffalo at the top, and then everybody else is playing for second. I do. I feel terrible for Buffalo. I like Josh Allen, too, but damn, that's just a city that can't catch a break.
Yeah, I would tend to agree that I would like to see them win. And I am a Josh Allen fan, but also, like, they're good sports fans up there.
Yeah.
They live in Buffalo, after all.
That's kind of why I feel for them.
Jeez.
It's cold, and the end of your season is usually cold-hearted, too.
Yeah, I mean, think about what they go up, they live in Buffalo. I mean, seriously.
Period. That's
yeah,
it.
But let me flip this, though, right? You got the mountains of New York, right? You got, like, you could ski up there. That's cool. You got Canada right up the way. That's cool. Anything else going on in Buffalo?
Wait, wings.
That's it.
The tables that they jump through.
That's it. That's
Certainly
all they
not the
got.
women. Sorry.
No. But to go down 2-0 in the first period, battle back, tie it up, go to OT, and the sniper
loss.
takes you out. Yeah, tough loss.
Oh, there you go. All right, so the Hurricanes haven't played in like 3 weeks. So
Are they still in it?
Jesus. They went to Cancun for a week or two, and now they're coming
Yeah,
back.
what do you do? That's got to be tough for the coach, like Brendy.
Brindy.
Yeah, Brendy, how you doing?
I think you just skate around and you practice. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I would be thrilled if I were them. The whole rest versus rust on this
man.
one, how quick they looked coming out against the Flyers.
Oh, yeah.
I think based on their skill level, I don't know if it's going to ultimately affect them. The long layoff. All right.
The future, just real quick, you got Colorado Avalanche still plus 130 to win it all. Hurricanes plus 170. Vegas 6-1. Montreal Canadiens 7-1.
All right. Well, this morning, I think you got it when you were driving in. I heard it, I think, the tail end of driving in or when I was here, but they were talking about it. I don't know how they got into it, but the guys and Amy were talking about, is this a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts? Is it fair that it's a prove-it year for Jalen Hurts? And even though I'm Team AJ in the breakup here, I would say that is it fair? What you would have to answer the question of what does a prove-it year mean? That if he's not good this year, they're moving on from him, or if he's not good this year, they're going to start to move on from him.
And this is the final year of the significant guaranteed money, correct?
Yes, he has. I think he has a couple of shekels guaranteed after this year. But, I mean, reality is that if the Eagles wanted to move on from Jalen Hurts after this year, it would become pretty easy. They haven't given him an extension yet, and they could give him an extension. Guys like Josh Allen and those players get extensions at this point. Here's what I would say. That it's I don't blame the Eagles for doing what they're doing, because if they don't have to commit, why would they? Because they obviously have the same concerns that a lot of people do, which is, all right, well, he struggled to evolve as a quarterback. So we're bringing in an offense. We're not running the Jalen Hurts offense anymore. We're not just going to call plays based on what he does well. We're going to evolve as an offense, and if Jalen's going to evolve, then Jalen's got to evolve. We're not doing this anymore, which is exactly what they should do. Now, I think it's unfair to think that Jalen's not going to be able to do it.
I like that.
Because that's where I am. This dude, every single thing he's been asked to do as a quarterback from college, I don't know about high school, from college until right now, he's been challenged, he's been doubted, he's been counted out in a lot of situations, and all he's done is prove people wrong. So I feel like Jalen Hurts is going to come out this year, and you're going to see a good offense. And he's never going to be the thrower that people want him to be. And I'm not looking for that. I don't want Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 45 times a game. I don't feel like you have to win like that in the NFL.
I don't think that's a winning formula for Jalen Hurts.
It's definitely not.
No. You know, Rodney McLeod was a great listen last week, and we ran it back on Saturday morning, so I caught it. He joined Bill and Ricky, I believe, in studio.
He did.
And it was really cool to hear, both from the perspective of playing with Jalen, having success with Jalen, and then going up against Jalen. So I was really intrigued what Rodney had to say. Great listen. And he said point blank that when you do go up against Jalen Hurts, yeah, he takes the high percentage throws on the outside, but sometimes they're viewed as low percentage throws too as well. And he completes a lot of those, right? Yeah, in the middle of the field, whatever, not a strength. But at the end of the day, it was something from Rodney McLeod's perspective that he said, you know what, it wasn't a detriment. It wasn't like, oh, let's go ahead and force him to throw it over the middle and we're going to get him. No, Jalen is a damn good quarterback, damn good player. So, from the prove it standpoint, John, I just have a hard time buying into the fact that Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman drafted this guy, had all this success, and just say, let's just have fun here, okay? Even though this isn't fun to put out there, the Eagles struggle this year, and they missed the playoffs. All of a sudden now Jalen Hurts is done. He's not going to be back. He's not going to be the quarterback moving forward. These quarterbacks aren't available like that.
You think the Eagles think that? You think the Eagles think that, oh, my God, if Jalen Hurts doesn't continue to be a good quarterback or doesn't evolve, we're screwed? Or they say, we'll go get another one. I mean, they've won Super Bowls with Jalen Hurts and Nick Foles. They know quarterbacks are important.
It's hard to argue.
Let's make some noise. Come on.
Yeah, it's hard to sit here and say.
To your point, if I don't even want to say missing the playoffs. Let's say this year is similar to last year. Offense didn't look great. There is something to the way Jalen wins games. All right? I don't want to hear about the roster so great. And the offensive line was not good last year. They couldn't run the football worth a damn. And the defense was good. It wasn't as good as it was the year before. They still won 11 games, and they still won the division. There's something to be said for that. If the offense doesn't look good this year, I don't think Jalen Hurts is gone after 2027. What I'm saying is he's on the clock. And it's absolutely fair for this to be a prove-it year for him. Of course it is. He doesn't have guaranteed money after this year.
Yep.
The Eagles have set this up to be a prove-it year. They have. Again, the Eagles are telling you what they think of Jalen Hurts based on their messaging. The messaging with A.J. Brown was, A.J., I'm going to give you a hug. Dom, bring Jeffrey Lurie over to A.J. Brown so you can talk at practice and say you don't have to apologize and give him a hug. That information was put out there in the media. All of it was. The stories, the postseason stories, the Tim McManus, the Jeremy Fowler, everything was put out there. Jalen Hurts, they're not extending him. They're not talking about extending his contract. Right? If Jalen Hurts comes out this year and is good, he's going to get a contract extension.
And that's why I think more so critiquing him on the field and his struggles, as I'm pointing to the video camera, and this is to Jeremy Fowler in that report, the timing of that report is more disrespectful than anything. That's where I'm at. This guy has proven his worth. He's on your team. You got an important season coming up here with a brand new offensive coordinator. You got to get things going in the right direction here. And what you're doing is coming out with this report and the timing. That's the most disrespectful part of this, the timing of it.
Sean's using a banana in his hand to make his point, if you're watching on YouTube.
I just
delivered a passion speech.
I'm just telling you. And I said this to John. And I said this to John.
What are you doing?
I said this to John before Jeremy Fowler joined us last week, and John goes, wait, just so you know, he's not the type of guy to really go back and forth.
Yeah, Sean wanted to throw a banana at him. I'm like, dude, don't press him.
Because this is our franchise quarterback. He's won a Super Bowl. He's still with the team. Oh, but there's executives around the league that if he doesn't play well, of course they're telling you that. I
know. I didn't even want to bring that up. But he did say it's a first-round draft pick in 2028. Put that banana down. Hey, Ray, is that a banana in your hand, or are you just pointing your finger?
How about that?
Idiot.
Oh, I love
He's trying to call out Jeremy Fowler.
I know. Call out Jeremy Fowler.
Banana like a gun at the
Yeah, we need that. That needs to be added to our best of.
Telling you. Just, I'm fired up for football season. It'll be here before we know it, so I'm trying to calm down. But the whole wedding nonsense, continuing to take shrapnel, and my guy isn't saying anything.
All right, Team Jalen, Team AJ. Apparently, you have some voice memos on that. Also, Andrew Painter made it through 6 innings last night. Phillies won again. What were your takeaways from the game? And Stott, oh man, he's hitting the ball. And I mean, just when we say this, Sean, you put a take out there, it's never dead until it's dead.
Yeah.
Otto Kemp is a championship caliber player.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back. Middays of Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies keep rolling. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And it's brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call a 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. Phillies beat the Reds 5-4 last night. Bryson Stott to go ahead 2-run homer.
Fly ball, right field. Back is Steer. Back toward the wall. It is gone! Two-run home run for Bryson Stott.
Phillies had fallen behind, got the lead back with that Stott homer. Andrew Painter did go 6 innings, first time in his career, allowing just 2 earned runs. Phils get the win. They'll have another one against the Reds tonight at home. We're a week away from Eagles OTAs open up, 2 weeks away from June 2nd. Of course, everybody knows the start of June. We'll figure out what's going to happen with A.J. Brown. We'll keep you updated with that, just like we're going to keep you updated on the Sixers search for president of basketball operations. As for the team still playing in the NBA, last night, the first game of the Western Conference Finals, Spurs winning a double overtime over the Thunder. Eastern Conference Finals begin tonight between the Knicks and the Cavs. This update's also brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause your pesky check engine light for free and get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Ray Dunn under your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
his steer. Back toward the wall. It is gone! Two-run home run for Bryson Stott.
Yeah, Tom McCarthy on the call last night. NBC Sports Philadelphia. Phil's win. That was a huge hit. It was a two-out home run by Stott, and it didn't look off the bat, crack of the bat. I'm watching, and it looked like a fly out. I didn't really think much of it, and just kept going and going and going. Ray was there last night. Another win for Ray.
Back to back.
How about that? Hey, Ray.
Kevin Adelko, watch yourself. All right?
2 in a row.
Watch yourself. I see the tweets. I see what you're saying about me.
Stay hot, Ray. Stay
I don't
hot.
have a banana to point at the camera, but watch yourself, Kevin.
Stay hot.
Well, and don't try to use something else to point at the camera. Just saying. So Stott got that home run. Now he's had a couple home runs in the last few days here. Schwarber was out of the lineup last night with an illness.
Yep.
He was under the weather, but he was still there, which is like, okay, like I get it. Like go home, get some sleep.
Yeah, it's the way it should be, right? Go home, relax, especially if you're not going to be used. And, oh, by the way, keep your germs away from the rest of the clubhouse as well.
Right.
That sort of thing will travel. Got to give a shout-out to Alec Boehm.
Yeah, he's been working his way out. Yep.
Boehm's coming through. And like, am I allowed to sit here and
Home
believe?
run last thing?
Yeah, am I allowed to sit here and believe that, like, that's the difference, right? Like, if you get products from guys like Stott and Boehm, again, I get it. We're not talking about October. We're not talking about, playoffs.
Got to get there, though.
But, like, that's only going to make life so much easier. You bank on guys like Schwarber and Bryce Harper and, to a point, Trey Turner. Those guys are going to deliver. But the key to success for the Phillies, for my money, is those other guys. They need to produce. They're the ones in their prime. You need more from those guys. So here we are. We're getting it. Marsh, Stott, Boehm. That's the key to success right there.
What a lineup last night you saw, Ray. Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Boehm, and Edmundo Sosa is your top 4.
First ever start in the cleanup spot for Edmundo. I saw history last night.
Had an RBI.
Did.
And a run scored.
It's a great time last night. I mean, them loading the bases with nobody out, I was like, man, this Lodolo kid with his 80 RA, they're going to hit him around the ballpark.
How hot was it?
Oh, my God. I was dehydrated by the time I walked into that building.
Yeah.
And then we're up in the 300s. So, we're taking the steps up there. And by the time you got up to the top, we're all like, man, we are out of shape.
Yeah.
Did you drink water?
I did before I got there.
Okay. Gotcha. Then you were drinking beer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice work. Yeah, free tickets hit the email. You see that?
Saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, look, it was 100 degrees. Can't really.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. It was hot. I actually had to coach my daughter's quick ball game.
I have a T-ball game tonight in the heat.
How about that?
There you go.
Yep.
Hydrate them. All right. So, I mean, it's a good win. Keller, we'll talk about Painter in a second. Keller, I mean, listen, it's early, man. It's only May, only in the middle of May. But, like, we were sold, and I bought it, hook, line, and sinker. Like, oh, man, this guy, he became a reliever, full-time reliever. Look at the stuff. He's got the analytics are there. He gets lots of ground balls, gets lots of swings and misses and everything else. Every time I feel like he pitches, he's giving it up.
Mm-hmm.
And you put Alvarado in there. He's been good recently, but he wasn't good last night. He gives up the 2-out hit, gives up the lead.
We were a little early to crown this bullpen. And by that, I mean, we probably should have crowned them in February.
Yeah, we did. They had the best bullpen in baseball before they played.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
We all did it.
Hopefully they turn it around. Kirkgreen came in. Duran looked good in the 9th inning. They get the save. Phil's win. Andrew Painter goes 6 innings, everybody. Yes. Couple of strikeouts, couple of walks, couple hits. For the most part, not a lot of hard contact, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, like, I didn't come away from the game overly impressed with Painter, but he was fine. I don't know. I mean, the Reds aren't a bad team.
No.
Not a great team. You're not going up against the lineup of the Dodgers or anybody like that. But I don't know, Ray.
Fastball's still not giving me any sort of reason to be excited. Like we only 3 swings and misses
the whole night.
Like
yeah, I agree.
That's not top end stuff.
No,
I mean it's good. We've seen the last 2 starts where he's been able to pitch and get himself. He got through 5, got through 6 efficiently, and ultimately he's giving you the chance to win the game. So. From a baseline of what we need from him this season, if our expectation was, like you said, John, at the start of the year, I just want him to survive the entire year in the bigs and be a fit starter for this team. In that vein, he's accomplishing exactly what you need.
Right.
If we're looking at the big picture here, though, a little concerning.
Well, his stuff doesn't look great.
Yeah, it looks like a continuation of, I mean, it's better than obviously what he was in AAA last year, but it's a continuation of the stuff you were concerned about, again, big picture-wise for him last year.
Before the surgery, he had swing and miss stuff. He wasn't a Kerry Wood striking out 20 guys, but he's throwing upper 90s, but he also has movement. And that was at the lower minors. Everybody's got to remember, this guy hasn't pitched a whole lot. Especially at the upper levels. Most of the pitching he did were at the lower levels. He was ready to go to the majors at age 20. So that tells you how impressive he was. Now, by contrast, Gage Wood, who was the Phillies' first-round draft pick last year, and a lot of people thought they were going to stick him in the bullpen and try to bring him up at the end of the season. They said, no, he's a starting pitcher. He was recently promoted to Double-A. So let's talk about stuff for a second with Painter, because ultimately, I thought, last night I was not overly impressed with Painter, but he made it through 6 innings, which is important. Also, if he pitches like that against good lineups, he could have long days, as we've seen. Gage Wood has swing and miss stuff. I don't know how many people have seen him pitch. He had the no-hitter in the College World Series, but his biggest issue was staying healthy, and he's been pretty good. He hasn't been great. He's been good at the minors. One thing he gets, his fastball has life. His pitches have life on them. Andrew Painter, not so much. He's got decent velocity. He's got good velocity. Everybody's got velocity these days.
Yep.
It's about what else you have. Like, what's the movement? What's your secondary pitches? What's your sweeper look like? What's your curveball look like? What's your two-seamer look like? Andrew Painter has very ordinary stuff right now.
He's looked good in his past few starts. I know he got beat up in that A's game, right? And then since then, it's looking like he's bounced back in a pretty good way. Again, I get it with the stuff. That's what we're coming down to. It's all about, the eye judgment. And to a point, you could look at somebody's graphs and with the analytics, and those numbers will tell you. But he's just given up 3 runs on 7 hits and 2 walks across his last 11. Again, ERA has come down significantly since that A's game back on May the 7th. So things are moving in the right direction. I guess, like you said, your expectation for him, number one, and number two is if you needed to win a game tomorrow and you had to go with Aaron Nola or Andrew Painter, who you going with?
It's a hell of a proposition.
Do I have to answer that?
Yes.
Probably Nola?
Yeah, I'm going experience.
Okay.
Probably Nola?
I think I'm going Painter.
You are?
Yeah, a little wild card there. Nola's going to put me back. He's going to have a bad inning in the third. I'll be down 6-0.
All right, but so let's not do big game. Let's just do game.
Okay.
Because big game, you're going to say Nola because he's done it. And he's, even last year against the Dodgers, with Vic Fangio was really excited. And then they're like, Nola's pitching. He's like, huh? He gave him a burn. Yeah.
Classic.
Which was so funny. I need more. Can we get Vic on to talk Phillies? Promise we won't even talk about the Eagles. I don't need to talk Eagles. I need Vic on the Phillies.
Maybe
He
one
doesn't
Eagles.
want to talk about the Eagles either.
Yep.
Hey, Vic, Team AJ or Team Jalen? Your thoughts?
That's it.
But anyway, so take that aside. Oh, man, it's a really tough question. And that's, by the way, that's 40% of your rotation.
Yep.
If Aaron Painter got you 6 innings, I know that he didn't even throw 70 pitches. It was a good time to get him out of there. He was pretty efficient. But seeing that, and it's not murderer's row, but seeing that rotation, seeing the lineup again, probably a bad idea. You got him out of there in time.
Yeah, that was smart.
And then you almost lost it with Alvarado and Keller. But
Yeah, that was not good.
Stotty getting hot's good. Like you had said, Stott.
He's turned it around and
He's
then
good.
some. Oh yeah, he's turned it around and then some. And then, like I said, with Bohm too as well. Look at Bohm. According to Zalecki this morning, he put out Alec Bohm is batting .429, 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts since he sat for consecutive games. Exit velo is up, which is always important. Oh, by the way, did you hear that too? Yesterday's Stott post-game press conference or the on the field interview where I think the daycare was having some fun. They were throwing some stuff at him. But he said when he hit the ball, he glanced over to the scoreboard and saw, while the ball's in the air, saw the exit velo. Like, these dudes are freaks, man. I don't get
They're
how
looking at the exit velo while the ball's in the air.
Ball's in the air.
Oh, he's like, well, that must be gone.
That's
the
gone.
exit velo.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's a good thing.
I could tell you that off the bat, I didn't think that was gone, like you said.
That's
No, it didn't look like it.
Serious height. Yeah.
But he pulled it enough, and it got up, and it carried.
And
Now
it
the
was
ball was carrying.
90 degrees. at
Sure
CBP
was.
last night. You could feel it.
I missed the second installment of the Cobra.
Yeah, I saw. I didn't see it live. I saw the
The reaction on the
post-game
timeline.
reaction online. People very unhappy with Taryn Hatcher not being there and the Cobra being
The Cobra.
But they also didn't overdo Cobra 50 times, I'm told.
Yeah, I was at the game, and by the time I saw that he was down there, I was already up in the 300s, and I had already kind of put the work in to get up there.
Yeah, you don't have to go down and see Cobra. Even though
I mean,
he's
I
your
feel
friend.
bad. I want to see Spencer.
Yeah, look, the Cobra, man. You're putting him out there in that type of heat, that environment. That's
He was
a tough
doing the
spot.
food, he was doing the food stuff again last night.
Yeah, man. You want to eat a big old hoagie or a cheesesteak with 100 degrees out there?
Not really.
Not really.
Got to give him some props.
Yeah. All right. We do the Fangio thing first. All right, Vic Fangio. Here he is.
Nola?
What do you mean, no?
Nola's pitching game 3.
Oh, is he? He'll probably quick hook and put Ranger in there.
So great.
We came out. He's like, "No, we got it. We got. I'm feeling confident about the Phillies." Like, well, you heard Nola's pitching, right? He's like, "Huh?"
What about him?
The play. He goes, "Oh, what about him?"
Nola?
What do you mean, no?
Nola's pitching game 3.
Oh, is he? He'll probably quick hook and put Ranger in there.
Oh, is
Quick hook.
He was right, too.
Put Ranger in there.
So,
Nola.
and we also got this from it.
What's the reasoning behind that?
So good.
Yeah, Mac.
Thompson, we're going to start Nola for game 3.
What's the reasoning behind that?
Like the first week of us working together.
I know. It's great. It's great. All right, we have a voice memo from Brendan from Manayunk. What do we got?
Hey, fellas, Brendan from Manayunk here, airplane painter. What did I tell you a few weeks ago, fellas? This Phillies team would be back as contenders in the East by the time Ray and I go out to San Diego next week. And damn right they did. The Fighting Donnie baseballs are back. They're hitting. The boys are buzzing. Let's get after it. Ray and I are going to have a great time out in San Diego. Let's go prove our worth. And this is for all those people out there that hate the Eagles chance. I've been soft launching this the last few years. It hasn't quite taken, but I think now's the time that we should all get behind it. We can't go Phillies. I think we got to go Phils. So here it is. P-H-I-L-S, Phils. Go Phils. Let's get it going.
I feel like it has to be totally different than the Eagles.
Has to be 3 fills.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to continue on the fills.
Phils.
Yeah, it's got to be 3 fills.
But can you do the same EAGLES Eagles with PHILS? It's like Matt Cord. When you were doing I asked you live on the air, I said, "Hey, do your, give me your best Matt Cord. Give me you would sound like if you were doing the PA announcing for the Sixers."
Yeah.
A lot of people would come on and sound like Matt Cord because they're so used to it.
Correct.
I don't know if the next person to do that job needs to, they might have to have a different sound than Matt Cord.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. So if you're going to do a real Phillies chant, I don't know if you want to do the same thing as an Eagles chant.
I don't know if you heard, though, that Eagles chant is our entire personality.
Oh,
It is.
So I feel like we just have to lean into it.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
But I'm also good with a Phillies chant. It
That's
just
what
has
I
to
mean.
make
With
sense.
the Phillies chant, we just lean all the way into it.
What if we just went Phils, 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 Phils. Right?
I could dig it.
Just post that clip every time they win.
How many Phils do we need to do? 15?
There was a lot there.
There was a lot there.
Yeah.
Well, let's count them so we all end on and the last one is, and I like the.
I like that too.
All right.
I think we're on to something. Shout out to Brendan from Manayunk, the airplane painter. Nice work on that one. Now, you were at the game yesterday, right? Did you hear an Eagles chant?
I did not.
Oh, so it's not our personality then at the end of the day. It's not our identity.
It was a close game. People were into the game.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't happen in every game.
Right. I was concerned. I'll say it. There was a few people, 1-run game, 8th inning, starting to try to do the wave.
Oh,
Starting to get annoyed with that.
yeah.
Focus in
Was
on
it,
what's happening.
was it
here.
packed last night?
No, it was like the first 100-degree day crowd that you'd
Well,
expect.
the kids aren't out of school yet.
On a
Right.
Monday.
Right. Like Sean had said, we got it in the work email. Hey, 2 tickets are available, and they're really good seats.
Mm-hmm.
I live 2 hours away, so I wouldn't go. But it's not easy for a lot of people to go down on a friggin' Monday, and it's 100 degrees out. It's like, all right, well, it's past.
Yeah.
Let's go on Saturday when it's going to be raining cold. with me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but already looking at the forecast. Actually, doesn't look as.
Are we
it's good-
clearing up?
Well, no, but it's not. It's not going to be a good weekend.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It's not Sunday. Apparently, it's good. Saturday's going to be the worst day, and then Sunday I think is still going to be like kind of iffy. Yeah. Yep.
Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a soggy one down the shore, as they say.
There it is. All right, can we do? You said that there was a voice memo or two on Team AJ or Team Jalen. All right, go ahead.
John, West Philly assistant principal, Team Jalen. A.J. Brown is a great athlete, great receiver, but he's somebody that struggles to control his emotions, and he's somebody that struggles to understand when is time to share information and when it's time to not share information, causing problems in the locker room, airing out stuff in the locker room that to the public and the media. That's not it. That's not cool, right? And he even said it after the Super Bowl. Like, after he won the Super Bowl, he's more of an I guy than a we guy in terms of stats and production on the field. Jalen Hurts wants to win Super Bowls. The Eagles have been relevant since Jalen Hurts took over as quarterback. We got to stop looking for reasons to blame somebody whose number one priority is winning. And in football, you want your quarterback number one priority to be winning.
That's a great text. There's one quote out there from Jalen where they asked him about a game. I think he threw for 104 yards in the game, and he had said, I care about winning. I don't care about my stat line. All I care about is winning, and I believe that. He does.
Oh, yeah.
He does. And like the one thing I will say about Jalen's game, as far as him needing to evolve throwing the football, the running part of the game is never going to be what it was. And you can't count on the legs to help carry. Because earlier in the career, he was a true dynamic running quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Where he could dual threat. He could beat you running. If you don't look out, he could beat you throwing. Never Lamar
RPOs,
Jackson.
yeah.
But he could hurt you with his legs. He's not doing that anymore.
No, he's not. He's definitely lost a half a step there. As I'm very careful to put that out there, but it's the reality. And if you pay attention, and it's okay. He's only getting older, and those guys that he's going up against on the defense side of the ball are only getting younger. So it's going to work. But that was something that was really effective in his game, where he was so smart and so heady that he would be able to just drop back, bring the ball down, and then race, scamper outside, and he would just automatically get in front of those chains. Like, he knew the distance, he knew the depth of where he needed to be, and that was something that
very savvy,
very successful in that. Now he's losing that. So, look, this is so important. We know that. We're not saying anything that nobody has said so far. But bringing it back to Fowler's report, where it's like, well, this is the do-all, end-all season. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. My big takeaway is this, John. It's just quarterbacks aren't out there like that. You look around the league. Like, Aaron bleeping Rodgers is coming back for the Steelers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And they were like, is he going to sign? When's he going to sign? They were all worried that he wasn't going to sign. And it's like, you think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire? Like, come on, give me a break. Of course. But to your point, you got a 40-something-year-old, very mediocre quarterback at this point.
Yep.
And the Steelers are like, oh, my God, we need him.
Yep. And you look at, like, Minnesota, where it's supposed to be a quarterback factory. Yeah, you're rolling Kyler Murray out there. Good luck. Okay, cool. Good luck. Like, these guys aren't out there like that. So even if Jalen Hurts has an offseason, a bad year, whatever it may be, I still fully expect him to be the leader for this team moving forward. I really do think that they will get a contract. I'm pretty sure he would rather have it now, but at the end of the day, we'll see what happens.
Text line, Ray?
Yep, we got a text here on A.J. Brown. Des from South Philly. I think we're paying far too much attention to what's being said about A.J. instead of focusing on what he is actually doing. A.J. Brown having a more relatable and likable personality that people say nice things about does not absolve him of his actions. We watched him be a distraction. We watched him quit on plays. And even in past years when the offense as a whole was performing, Giants playoff game, we watched A.J. cry on the sideline about not getting the ball. I'd respect it more if he just kept it real. He values individual glory more than winning.
See, I think he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be on a winning, because AJ's not saying trade me to Cleveland so I can get 1,700 yards and win 7 games. He'd be pissed. He wouldn't be happy. You said it earlier, and I've believed this since the Super Bowl. He's probably a guy that's never going to be satisfied and never really going to be happy.
That's right.
I just think that's his personality. Good. Go to New England. Mm-hmm. I am more than happy for A.J. Brown to be traded. More than happy.
I just want it to be over with. So, and I wish he would have invited Jalen to his wedding. I'm not going to deny that. We do have somebody checking in saying, did you care about Lane Johnson's invitation list?
Who was on it?
I don't know. It looked like a fun wedding, too.
Well, if Lane Johnson was demanding to be traded out of Philadelphia because he's obviously at odds over the head coach or the quarterback, yeah, we probably would be looking at it.
A little bit different there.
I mean, I think it's. I wonder who if he actually invited Eagles. Slay was there. Saquon Barkley was there. According to TMZ's reporting, which is terrible, there was no Eagles there. So maybe there were Eagles that were there. I don't know who. I don't know if AJ said I'm trying to keep this small, so I'm only really close people that I am on the team because if I invite this guy, you know how it is with weddings.
That didn't look small to me though.
If you invite this person, then you have to invite all these people. So if I invite Jordan Mailata, then I have to invite all these people. If I invite Brandon Graham, then I have to invite all these people.
The Hurts table was the one that got cut.
Right.
Yeah, it happens. It happens when planning these things.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be no surprise that Jalen Hurts wasn't at the wedding.
Tanner McKee better not have been there.
Could we get the
Probably
Wolf of Wall Street scene where they're on the boat and he's like, "You want my wedding list? Here's my wedding list." Could AJ just do that for TMZ so we have the entire?
That's what Sean
invitation
wants.
list?
So Sean wants a total like a sit down Barbara Walters interview, and AJ says everything.
I think
that's going on.
Jalen should have been a groomsman, if I'm honest with you. Yeah.
Would you shut up?
He should have been in the wedding.
This
okay?
is what I mean. I'm trying to argue your side with you, and you're killing me.
All right, coming up, yeah, you're doing the Colarulo thing.
Side.
All right, coming up. So we have a couple names on the Sixers president of basketball operations search. I also have the most incredible Joel Embiid stat that I saw it. I'm like, you know what? I have to jot this down because this is incredible. Wait till you hear this. That's coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phillies keep winning. I'm Ray Dunn. This Fanatic Sports Update is brought to you by Morgan Medical. Losing your hair, wish you could do something about it? Call the trusted team at Morgan Medical because where you go matters. 610-830-HAIR. Phillies won 5-4 over the Reds last night. Bryson Stott late in the game. The big go-ahead 2-run homer.
Fly ball, right field. Back is Steer. Back toward the wall. It is gone! 2-run home run for Bryson Stott.
Duran came in, closed it out. Andrew Painter going 6 innings for the first time in his career. Looking solid in the game, just allowing 2 earned runs. They'll have another game against the Reds tonight down there at Citizens Bank Park. We're a week away from Eagles OTAs, 2 weeks away from June 2nd, which is post-June 1st, which is, of course, when we think we're going to find out something about the A.J. Brown saga and if he will be traded to the New England Patriots. In the world of basketball, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals was last night. Spurs win in double overtime over the Thunder. Eastern Conference Finals gets going tonight, 8 o'clock between the Knicks and the Cavs. This update's also brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first, so what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Back middays with Marks. Sean, you had some additional reporting on the AJ Brown wedding before we get to the Sixers.
There is some people out there in the timeline floating that Jalix Hunt, Devonta Smith, and, as we said, Saquon Barkley were all at the AJ Brown wedding.
Would make sense. Yeah, I don't know who he's close with on the team and who he's not close with, but Devontae, they seem like they're pretty close. That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, anybody who thinks that Jalen Hurts was going to be at the wedding is insane. Of course he's not going to be at the wedding.
Yeah, this is where you're losing me, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, of course he's not going to be at the wedding.
I would just want them to start getting along, right? Now that everybody's getting their way.
What? So they have to be friends now that they're not on the same team?
You know.
Is it the goddaughter thing? Is that what's really hitting?
Well, yeah, that is definitely an interesting element to this conversation, right? Like,
is it?
Yeah. We're talking about family here at the end of the day.
But I mean, it's not an actual father. It's like it's just kind of a ceremonial thing. Doesn't really matter.
Do you get a card?
Whoa! I'm now the godfather of his kids.
No, I know, but it's not legally binding.
You know what, Ray? I got to text my wife on that one. I got to let her know.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, text her right now. I made Ray the godfather of our kids.
Yeah. She'll understand. She likes Ray.
I mean, I feel like I could handle it.
Oh, how about that? I didn't even talk.
But does she get to pick a female to join Ray, or does Ray just get some cougar at the bar?
Yeah,
I mean, if I attract an older woman, that maybe,
Right. Some barfly.
That could be what ends up.
Great idea. Great idea.
That could end up being what gets me to settle down.
To both our kids and our cat too. You're our godfather for our
that's
cat.
where you would lose me.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
All right, so a couple things here. The first few names in the 76ers president of basketball operations search. And here's what I have to say about it. I'm fine with it. I hope he hires somebody great. Jameer Nelson's been a name that's been put out there. Some other people names have been put out there. Bob Myers is running the organization. Bob Myers is the one that's making decisions. So I don't they have fun on your search. I just hope everybody realizes that because there were a lot of questions about who he was hiring at the press conference, right? Like, didn't it seem like that was a? I mean, there were different questions, but one of the biggest focuses was like, well, what are you looking for and who you're hiring? Man, Bob Myers is the one making the decisions. Ask what he's going to do. Ask if he's looking at Joel Embiid to stay. Don't ask about who he's hiring. Who cares? We'll figure out who that person is. I hope they hire the right guy and he's smart and all that stuff. But Bob Myers is the one that's going to be running the Sixers. He's the one making decisions. No, it's a collaboration, Sean. Mm-hmm. He's going to take the opinions, and it might not be his decision every time, but he'll make us feel good about it.
Yeah, and there is no surprise there. And it's interesting because I think this is like the perfect scenario where, Bob Myers is going to be in on the top decisions to be made, whether it's the draft, free agency, yada, 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 the day-to-day. He needs somebody smart, but I also think you could bring somebody in that maybe could be doing some things differently, right? I'm not saying the world of the analytics, but somebody that's young and ready to grow into their own. I think this is a really good spot for somebody as far as what Bob Myers is going to bring in. And, oh, by the way, to learn underneath Bob Myers. I think this is a really good deal for somebody out there.
Yeah, agreed. All right, check this out. Joel Embiid. First of all, do we believe he's traded? Did we go on the record? Do we believe he's here next year, Ray?
Man, that's just tough.
I think he's here.
It's tough, right? Like, I continue to bring this up, but when I asked Bob Cooney if he was a free agent, what would he fetch? And you're tossing out there. He said 1-year deal. I'm going to push back on that. I would say 2. Joel Embiid would get a 2-year deal. I don't know what the number would be, but it wouldn't be anything significant in my mind. And he's paid $192, John. Good.
Oh, hold on. What do you mean it wouldn't be significant? What do you think? He's making veterans minimum?
No.
$30 million a year. I mean,
okay,
mid-level
in the grand scheme of things, significant to us, but not $50 million. Yeah, like half of that, like 20, 25, right? Per.
He's not making 70 like he's
correct.
Gonna be making. Okay.
So, and put yourself in a general manager's shoes. If Joel Embiid is a free agent, and you can go and get him. What are you saying? Like, what are you comfortable giving him? There's
what's
no way.
What's the team? Well, what's the team?
Sacramento. Are you giving him a 3-year deal?
I mean, if he's a free agent, no. If it means that you're trading for him, you don't have a choice. But if he's a free agent, he's attractive. If I don't have to give him a long-term deal because he's still Joel Embiid, he's still skillful.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a bad team, if you're a bad organization, if you're a good team, why would you want him? You wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want him.
Well,
All right, so
if you're competing for the West, you need somebody to compete with that alien Wemby.
I think he's gone.
JoJo.
I think he's gone. I do. I think, but just listening to Bob Myers, he's got no intention of Joel Embiid being a long-term part of this team. And the minute he can get rid of him, then it makes sense he will. And now you're leaning on Bob Myers having the relationship. Like you heard him talk. So he's got relationships around the NBA. He's got to talk an owner or a GM into, here's why it's a good idea for both parties. Howie Roseman's talked about this before, and it's a very good point. He's not trying to make another GM look bad. Because if that's the case, no one's going to want to do business with him. He looks at it and says, like with the Patriots, hey, you need a number one wide receiver. He's a really good player. He's actually a really good teammate. It's just not working out here, and he needs to move on. You give us a first-round draft pick. We get a first-round draft pick. We're happy. That's a good deal for both teams, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's not fleecing anybody. Right? So, like, that's what Bob Myers needs to do is be like, hey, here's why it's a good reason for you. Now look at your roster. You're not going to win a championship, but you're not going to win 15 games next year. Anyway, Joel Embiid, all right? He's the only player, Joel Embiid is the only player in the last 40 years to make an all-NBA first team without a career conference finals appearance. Dominique Wilkins was the last in 1986. So never once did Dominique make a conference finals in his career. He played for the Hawks. I guess he might have played somewhere else or he didn't. Embiid has not made it past the second round of the playoffs, and he becomes the first player in 40 years that has not made a conference final. And you know what, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's going to.
No. Yeah, I would bet against that. It hasn't happened yet. Now, could he link up with the right team? And obviously they carry him to a conference final? Maybe. Anything's possible if he continues to play. But, yeah, it hasn't happened for him. And that's one of the reasons why I push back on anybody that's so positive. It's like, wait a minute. I don't care if he goes to the Miami Heat. I don't care if he goes to a team that the Sixers are going to compete against. He hasn't reached the pinnacle. He hasn't gotten to the promised land. I'm not going to believe he's going to do it all of a sudden as he gets older. Let's put it that way.
No, you would think that no, like you said, he could end up on a team where it's like they didn't have to rely on him to be the guy. In Philly, he needs to be the guy, and he needs to be healthy, and he needs to do all those things. And it's not likely that he's doing it.
No. Nope, definitely not. And it's interesting because that's definitely the big question for Bob Myers. What do you do with Joel Embiid? What can you do, I guess, is more of the question.
No, that's the question. What can you do?
What can you do?
610-632-0975. Gotten some good voice memos, gotten some good text messages. Get your phone calls, 610-632-0975. News at noon with Ray coming up at 12 o'clock. I don't know if we're using the same open as yesterday, the Sean Brace open, or if it's been, has it been slimmed down a little bit?
I don't think it's been slimmed down, but I can make adjustments to it.
You don't have to. You're
Okay.
good.
All right.
You're good.
I think we can move it like once, somebody hit us up on the text chain and said, hey, man, I got an idea for you. Now, I need to make it work, but he had a News at Noon idea for an open, and it hits.
Well, we need the voice memos to do it. We need people on the voice memos on the Davis on the text line to do our work. That's what we do. That's what we need. Like with Ray, the open we have for the News at Noon with Ray Dunn, the thong song, was
good.
just me on my phone doing
so
that. That wasn't heavily produced.
Your Bird of Prey checked in.
Thank you,
I'm
Bird
giving
of
you
Prey.
gold here.
All right, Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Don't go anywhere.
The Eagles knew who they were.
It's with Marks, John, Sean, Ray. Happy birthday, Andre the Giant. Would have been 80 today.
Oh, man. Rest in peace, big man.
He's been dead a long time.
He has. 93.
He was only in his 40s when he died.
Yeah. Andre the Giant, also a Frenchman.
Yes.
What's going on over there? I thought those Frenchmen were a little small. Wee.
You're not supposed to say two wees,
Oh, sorry.
Ray told me.
Sorry.
You're supposed to say one.
It's like saying yes, yes.
It is.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yes. Phil's.
You're an Andre the Giant fan? So I remember as a kid, the Andre the Giant heel turn was devastating to me when he ripped the chain off of Hulk Hogan's neck.
Well, of course, you remember when Hulk slammed them. Was that WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 3, maybe. I don't know. One of those.
Yeah. Somebody will let us know. I'm sure maybe Tom Sincere.
It's Sal Sincere?
Sal Sincere going to be like, actually, that took place WrestleMania. Yeah, it was WrestleMania 3, 1987. Was that at the Toronto Dome? Pontiac Silverdome. Oh, yeah. 520 pounds, and Hulk picks him up and slams him. I mean, one of the more iconic moments in wrestling history.
And they gave him the leg drop.
Oh, yeah.
And the story goes, there's a documentary out there on Andre the Giant, but the story goes that Vince McMahon, like pretty much right up until match time, was trying to convince him that you have to lose.
Oh, Andre to lose. And Andre didn't want to lose? That's
Well,
funny.
they were afraid to even ask.
Yeah.
Because he was one of those guys that wasn't Hulk Hogan was always the champion, the heavyweight champion. Andre the Giant never lost. So he was a guy that never was really the champion. I think he was one time, but he never lost matches. It was odd. And that was the whole beef with him and Hulk Hogan, was that he wasn't getting recognized like the Hulkster was.
Now, did you know that Andre the Giant was widely considered the greatest drinker on earth?
He would drink like 300 beers on a plane.
It said 119 standard 12-ounce beers in 6 hours. I mean, even Ray's got to tip his cap at that one.
Yeah, no, that's just
all-time
stuff.
That sounds fake.
I'm about 18 short.
He's 7'4", 520. You don't think he's got 119 beers in him?
I understand that, but let's say that. So that's what, 4 of me.
Oh my goodness!
So that means I would be able to drink 40 beer. Or how many did he drink?
119. It says.
So 30. I would have to drink
You
30
could put 30
beers.
back.
I could not.
You could. I believe in you.
In 6 hours, I could not, and I would not.
You put your mind to it.
I would be. It'd be pretty gross.
Yesterday, I could have put down about 30 ultras. Oh yeah, in that heat, sure.
Oh, the last thing I want to do is drink during the heat.
Really?
In 2018, after they won the Super Bowl, I went down to the Tampa Eagles game.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been the first week of the season, and it was so hot. I'm talking 100-degree Florida humid weather. And when you go to an Eagles game, especially when you're on vacation, everybody's like, "No, yeah, party!" Because it's called Eagle fan travel now. Is that what it's called?
True fan travel.
True fan travel.
Yep.
Philly sports trips, but they put on big tailgates when you go away. Like it's awesome, right? So you want to have fun when it's not that hot. People were trying to drink, and they were just like literally like dead on the ground. It's like, no, you can't drink when it's that hot. You wanted to drink beer yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How many did you drink, Ray?
6.
Oh,
You drank 6 beers last night?
damn.
Yeah.
At the yard.
Well, it was a combination. It was like 2 at the yard.
Okay.
No, 5.
Hey, Ray.
5.
Okay.
Because there was 1 at Stateside, then there were 2 at Morgan's Pier.
Oh, nice. Oh man, you went to Morgan's Pier
Yeah,
yesterday.
I got a text while I was at Stateside Live, like, "Yo, come by Morgan's Pier."
Where's his theme song? He's out.
Yeah, you're not even out
I'm
anymore.
not even out anymore. Yeah, that's the Ray.
That's
music.
not Ray's theme song, though.
Hey, Ray.
Give me the Odd Couple with Ray.
How about that?
Can you get the or Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Morgan's Pier, huh? On a Monday night.
Where's
Look
Morgan's
at you.
Pier?
That's on the Delaware Ave.
Bouncer's a listener.
Nice.
Found that out last night.
Is Morgan's Pier where like Kathmandu and Maui used to be?
Wow. I have
Well, that's when I hung out on Delaware Avenue.
Kathmandu, the Bob Seger song?
Kathmandu, my roommate Vasily was a bartender at Kathmandu. That was the Iverson era where Iverson used to go into Kathmandu, I think, on Sunday nights. And, you couldn't get anywhere near him. You could barely even see him.
Yeah.
But him and the crew would come in Sunday nights.
Dave and Buster's, you know where that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to the right of it.
Okay.
Morgan's Pier. It's been there forever. It's a great
They have
establishment.
ice skating there in the winter? Where do they have the ice skating? No.
No.
Down the way from there.
Down the way from there.
Oh, I know where you're at. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. But Morgan's Pier is great. Great view, of course, of the Benny.
So you drank 5 beers last night?
And a boy
on
Ray.
a Monday night?
Yeah.
How
about when's the game? I mean, what do you want from me?
I don't know not to drink 5 beers on a Monday night.
Oh, man. Come on, Ray.
Now, doesn't it seem excessive on a Monday night to drink 5 beers?
You know what? He's holding
But
up.
people are saying, hey, have a beer. What am I going to do? Oh,
Yeah.
no, I don't want you. Please get that away from me. Ah.
Yeah, the younger generation isn't drinking anymore. I appreciate it, Ray.
I
Nice
got to
work.
keep them in business.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for the economy.
That's it.
How many smokes last night?
So there was actually someone at the bar that had cigarettes, and they were like, anybody want one? Anybody want one? I was like, for the show, I should, but I didn't.
No?
So, sorry.
Yeah, if you sent a selfie of you smoking a cigarette, that'd be the best thing.
Well, that would have been
Yeah.
the open. You know, I didn't want to take away from the sports.
Light it up.
I don't know. I mean, I think the YouTube chat should comment if 5 beers on a Monday night's a little excessive for Ray.
It's a game day. As long as there's a game.
The civil authorities have issued a required monthly test for all of New Jersey beginning at 10:50 a.m. and ending at 12:50 p.m. The New Jersey Office of Emergency Management is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. Had this been an actual emergency, the attention signal you have just heard would have been followed by official information or instructions. This concludes the test of the emergency alert system.
The owners are from Fishtown, and the pickles are absolutely worth the price. They support local and small businesses. There you go. So, you know what, Ray? I was going to do it, but I did not have time today because I had to sleep over. I'm going to get some of these pickles. I'm going to bring them in for a taste test. Maybe we do it on Friday.
Nice.
Sounds good.
All right. So, shout out to Ben for letting me know about the Fishtown Pickle Project.
Fishtown Pickle Project. All right.
It's pretty good. All right, coming up next, we have the News at Noon with Ray. And I can't wait to get into what Ray has today because there's a lot out there, including Bill Belichick. He's reminiscing. Bill Belichick did the media tour. He's done a bunch of different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he reminisced on training for Randy Moss. Big perks getting involved in Jaylen Brown and Stephen A. And 2 Colin Cowherd takes that are unbelievable. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Bills keep rolling. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies won 5-4 over the Reds last night. Bryson Stott, a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 8th.
Fly ball right field. Back is Steer. Back toward the wall. It is gone! 2-run home run for Bryson Stott.
Bills coming from behind to win. Duran closed it out. Andrew Painter going 6 innings for the first time in his career. The Phillies and Reds play Game 2 tonight in South Philly. We're a week away from the Eagles opening up OTAs and 2 weeks away from June 2nd. So we're looking like we're going to get a resolution on the A.J. Brown situation within the next 2 weeks, or hopefully not too far beyond that. We'll keep you updated on that, as well as the president of basketball operations search for the 76ers. A couple of names out there already as they get the search underway. In the NBA, last night, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, Spurs winning in double overtime over the Thunder. Game 1 for the Eastern Conference Finals tonight, Knicks and the Cavs. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit mad.org. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Getting in Middays with Marks, 975. The Fanatic. A public service announcement here from me. I know in the last, 48 hours, I don't even know when it started. Was this a Lock and Fora production? But it came out, and I don't even know if Lock and Fora was meaning for it to sound like it was something legit. But it's like, oh, well, the Jags could be interested in A.J. Brown.
Ooh.
Oh, and I've heard the Chiefs, and then you get the old recycled stuff of, well, the Chiefs were interested, but A.J. Brown is getting traded to the New England Patriots. Howie Roseman and the New England Patriots have an agreement in principle to trade A.J. Brown to the New England Patriots. The trade's done. Howie Roseman's not going back now at the 11th hour and trying to trade A.J. Brown around the NFL. Now, if a team came in and said, hang on a second, Howie, we'll give you 2 first-round draft picks, maybe Howie then goes back to the Patriots and says, listen, but you don't make deals in the NFL that you're not supposed to be making. And again, I don't think that this is something where is this a handshake agreement? Is this a pinky promise agreement? Probably, right? Do you agree a deal's been done?
Yeah.
Ray, do you agree a deal's been done?
Yeah.
Howie Roseman's not going back on a deal that he's agreed to where you've already drafted a first-round wide receiver. He's not. So an idea the Jags are interested in trading for A.J. Brown or the Chiefs are back in or whatever is just nonsense. So don't pay attention to it. He's getting traded to New England, period. Howie Roseman is not going to go back on a deal that he's already made because he's trying to get an extra draft pick or he's trying to get the Patriots to give him more. It's just put out there because people need content, and when there's no content because the deal is going to happen, we just have to wait another 10 days or whatever it's going to take. Then this is what happens. You get Lock and Fora that answers a question, then everybody runs with it. He's not getting traded to the Jags, not getting traded anywhere but New England. And it's going to be, as Jeremy Fowler told us, probably a first-round draft pick in 2028. Right? And then maybe some other components. We get a 4th, they get a 3rd, we get a 5th, they get whatever it is. But for the most part, the shining booty from the trade is going to be a first-round draft pick for A.J. Brown.
Not Keyshawn Booty.
You may get him, too.
Oh.
You may get him.
Is that a shiny booty, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd love some booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would take him, sure. He's better than anybody else on your roster that's not named Wicks and who'd they just sign?
Well, Mekhi Lemon.
Mekhi Lemon, Howie Brown. He's a 5th-round draft pick he's not making any money.
Yeah.
So if you bring him in to be a guy it's not good for like the Coopers of the world or Johnny Wilson if he was a part of it, but he's just another guy. He doesn't even have to make the team. And he's in the final year of a contract. So anyway. So yeah, don't read into it. If you're seeing these stories that are out there, he's going to New England. All right, he's not going to Jacksonville. All right, time for the news at noon with Ray. What do we got?
News at noon with Ray Dunn. News at noon with Dunn.
Oldie but a goodie. Also, the thong song was on at Stateside Live last night.
Was it?
I felt like it was only right that I...
Well, it is a summertime anthem. You don't want to, who wants to see a thong in the winter? Right?
Me?
I mean, yeah, I was going to say.
Well, not like outside. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
No, but you're right. It's a summertime song.
Yeah, and tan. You want to see tan cheeks, right?
Well, remember the video?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't he doing backflips and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Cisco's like 3'3", too.
And he may not have been interested in seeing women in thongs, just saying.
You never know.
All right, to Bill Belichick. It's a couple transitions I was thinking. I'm just going to say Bill Belichick time. He was on Part of My Take. You said it. He's been doing the media rounds. And he told a story of trading for Randy Moss and the difficulty of getting him on the phone, and then the sacrifice Randy Moss was very happy to make.
Get his number. Randy. It's Coach Belichick. What? Who is this? Slams the phone down. Randy. Who is this? Don't play no tricks on me. Who is this? Who is this? Who's calling? I said, this is Coach Belichick from... Randy, please don't hang up. Don't hang up. Listen to me. This is Coach Belichick from the Patriots. Please listen to me. Seriously? What? Why would you call me? So we just traded for you. Was it to New England? I said, yeah. I know. Look, here's what we got to do. Like, you got to come to New England. You got to take a physical. We got to redo your contract. Do this, that. It was by when? So the draft starts at noon tomorrow. It was like 1 a.m. He goes, I'm at a club in Houston. I said, well, what do you want me to do? Like, this is what we need to do to make this trade happen. Randy goes, I'll be there. I'll be there. All right. Hangs up the phone. Next morning, he comes into Gillette Stadium at like 7:30 a.m.
And then took an $8 million pay cut.
Yeah, how about that? He drops his guarantee pay to $3 million that season. One of the most lopsided trades in NFL history. You remember what they gave up from Oakland?
Hell no.
4th-round draft pick.
Wow.
Because he quit in Oakland.
Yeah, he did.
He flat out quit.
Yep.
And everybody thought like, well, this is the end of Randy Moss. He's toxic. No one's going to want to play with him. It was after the end of Minnesota where things got a little bit messy. He goes to Oakland. And they make the trade. They didn't win a Super Bowl with Randy Moss, but man, the seasons he had with Tom Brady were unbelievable. Randy Moss.
Oh God, yeah.
Man, was he some kind of player?
They were unstoppable.
23 touchdowns in that perfect year, I think it was. 23 receivers.
They were unstoppable. You know, remember the numbers that they were throwing up? That was like one of the first times that I can remember crooked numbers being tossed up that easy in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. I know the Rams, the greatest show on turf, had some serious offensive firepower, but that season with the Patriots and Randy Moss was just on a different level.
98 receptions, 23 touchdowns.
And Brady was the first to 50 that year, right? I think he was the first one to toss 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, well, if you remember, they were running the score up on everybody.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, they were. Matter of fact, you're looking at some of these scores right here. Like 41-7, 49, 47-7. They were just beating down fools.
Yep. All right, we'll keep it up in Boston. We'll go to the Celtics because Stephen A. can't just have his beef with Jaylen Brown without his buddy Big Perk getting involved.
Sure.
And everybody knows when you think Boston Celtics, it's not Larry Bird, it's not Paul Pierce, it's not Kevin Garnett. You think Kendrick Perkins first and foremost when you think about the Boston Celtics. He speaks for all the Celtics alumni. So when he goes on First Take and he says this, it means something.
Then I get another text that said, hey, JB tripping. Another text from a former player that played with the Celtics. JB, lack of accountability, right? And then I went to X. And during that time, JB, I think it was maybe the same day or the next day, he had put out and said that him and KG was going live at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And then all of a sudden, it got pushed back to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Now, he ended up going live, but I didn't see Kevin Garnett. You know why I'm bringing up these points? It's because, JB, guess what? It's a lot of people in the organization. It's a lot of former players, legends, that don't agree with you, bro. They don't agree with you. They don't like the way that this look.
It seems like Jaylen Brown rubs people the wrong way. I don't know. I mean, Stephen A. comes out and says, you really want me to be a reporter? Really want me to do the reporting? You really want me to say what people inside the organization are saying about you, what your teammates are saying about you? I don't think Stephen A. just makes that up.
No, but there's some truth behind that. I could definitely get down with that. No. Look, I don't. Is Jaylen Brown being moved? I don't see that being in the cards.
Well, he's also a great player.
Yeah, he's a hell of a player.
But here's like Jaylen Brown in this is losing big time.
Yep.
Because he's doing everything for Stephen A. If he says nothing and just ignores it, then it goes away. But the minute he brings up and he's attacking Stephen A. Smith, what he's saying is this guy's opinion matters. LeBron gets in Stephen A. Smith's face at a game and wants to fight him. You think that does LeBron any good? No, it does. Stephen A. His status is elevated.
Yep.
To where now he's almost as important as the players, if not as important as the players. He really is, and Jaylen Brown's doing his dirty work for him.
You ask him that much. The reason why he was getting all that money is he's like, Dak Prescott made this. I deserve that.
He's a soap opera star.
Yeah, he is.
He sure is.
Brick.
I mean, not just on ABC, in the NBA.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
The NBA is a great soap opera, and Stephen A's become a star in it.
Man, and some other things Jaylen Brown said about Stephen A., which is more or less like, oh, but you didn't work to get here or whatever. No, actually, Stephen A. Smith works. I mean, his quality of life has to be terrible. What else is he doing other than working? He's got a radio show.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't do anything. Yeah, he doesn't do it. He's got podcasts. He doesn't do anything.
And remember, he was banished. He was off.
He got fired by ESPN.
Yeah, he was off the radar for a little bit. So he's battled back. And then, you don't want to sing his praises too much, but he deserves He deserved, to get back into the grand scheme of things, but we've lost it. Yeah, he's all over the place now.
Yeah, no, and I would love for him to go away. Okay, then stop talking about him, Jaylen Brown. Like the new obsession with Jaylen Brown is, and by the way, and his response to Jaylen Brown, Stephen A. was absolutely correct. Hey, man, you just called this year, what did he say? It's the most fun he's had or a successful season.
Favorite season of his
Favorite
career.
season, yeah.
And Stephen A., along with the rest of the panel, said that that's ridiculous. And Stephen is like, you didn't attack them, you attacked me. Wrong guy to attack, attack the whole show. And he sounded stupid saying it.
Going from Stephen A. to Colin Cowherd here, because yesterday I said Stephen A. with the Jaylen Brown was, right now probably throwing his best fastball with the way he was beefing with Jaylen Brown. I think my algorithm heard me. I want to say, yo, don't forget about Colin Cowherd and the takes that he's got. Because we got a couple of good ones on the timeline yesterday. Comparing Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy to the Facebook couple that decides to get back together.
There was a story I read somewhere about people that dated for years and years. Now they were in their 40s. They go on Facebook, meet each other. They reconnect. The article was, your memories are much greater than reality. Like your memories are, the sex was good. Or, I had so much fun with her. And then you reconnect on Facebook. And after about 2 dates, you're like, oh, God, this is why I dumped him or I dumped her. And it's the same way as people want to pretend that Mike and Aaron, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. I had this really well sourced. They're like, Aaron couldn't stand Mike. It was awful. Who are we kidding here? This idea they were kumbaya is just bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're back together now, but it doesn't mean that they weren't like that when they were together.
I need it so bad to blow up in Pittsburgh.
I don't think it will.
I need it.
I want to know what his wife looks like. That's what I want to know.
Somebody posted
His very real wife.
Yeah, somebody posted a picture the other day. It wasn't her. Obviously, it was a fake.
Yeah,
but
dreadlocks.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, I was like that. I saw the same thing. I'm like, that's what I would expect his wife to look like.
Oh, it would have been perfect if that was the case, but no, it wasn't. So, again, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But who knows?
No, but that was not his wife.
No,
that picture.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Anyway, so give me the other one.
And the other one, Colin Cowherd going on Jeff Teague's podcast and comparing trading for KD as buying a boat.
Somebody said on my staff the other day, KD is like a boat. The best day is the first day I have it, and the first day you sell it. The two best days of a boat are buying it and selling it. And by the way, somebody else will buy the boat because you have amazing moments. It is awesome. You kind of feel like cool guy in the neighborhood when you get the boat or KD. And then after about a year, you're like, man, that's a lot of work.
You know what? I hate the people that downplay owning a boat, the venom. Oh, the first day, last day, the cliche gets thrown out. I'm a boat guy, boys. I'm a boat guy, and I will eventually own a boat. I like toys. I mean, who doesn't like toys? We're only on this earth for a short period of time. Surround yourself with good people and toys, boys.
So you're trading for KD this summer?
Yes, I would, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
what kind of boat are we talking about? A rowboat?
No,
row your boat?
No. I'm looking for a little something. Nothing too crazy. The issue is where am I putting it? That's the issue.
Well, I think there's a lot of issues with you owning a boat.
Well, I mean, look.
Where you putting it, how you paying for it.
How do I buy it?
How you maintain it.
Yeah, travel it.
Because if you know people that own boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're, you just take money and flush it down the toilet.
Yeah, something's always wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you can afford it and you like being out on the water,
yeah, that's me. That's
a good
me.
lifestyle.
Yeah,
bro.
that's me. I like that. I mean, a nice little pontoon, putting around the Wallen-Paw pack up there.
I thought you were gonna play the Cowherd LeBron Ben Simmons one. Do you know that one?
The one where he says, LeBron, we're good. We got Ben Simmons.
Correct.
Yeah,
Hey, LeBron, Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
Yeah.
For the first time in 10 to 12 years, I look at the NBA, which I've watched for 4 decades, and I say this now with Ben Simmons. Hey, LeBron, we're good, bro. You can go. You don't have to. You can hang around, still great, but you can go. We're all good here.
Yeah. All-time take.
Yeah, it might be the greatest take of all time.
It's on the Pantheon for sure. Andre Iguodala, last-second shot over Steph Curry from Kellerman. That one from Cowherd.
Now, you know what's funny is because that one popped up on the timeline, I think the anniversary, it was 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was. So I retweeted it, and I was like something along the lines of is this not the worst take ever, blah, 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 LOL. There were people out there at that point in time, as if I didn't watch Ben Simmons. As if
we
I
didn't
wasn't
live here.
As if I wasn't doing radio at the time of Ben Simmons, that whole situation. Oh, you wouldn't have been saying it. I'm like, are you people out of your mind? No, it was LeBron James. It's always LeBron James. Put Ben Simmons to the side. How dare you say, LeBron, we got this. There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, I mean, he's theatrical.
He knows.
The day after he's saying something, he's totally saying something different than what he said
yeah.
the day before. I mean, he's got writers who write stuff for him. He's not just coming in and doing a radio show or a TV show.
Quick 3 hours.
But he said he's 6'9". He's kind of a rim protector. He doesn't need to shoot. He scores mostly at the rim. Nobody matched up with him. And then all of a sudden, he didn't love the game. He loved what the game provided, but he didn't really love the game. And then he had an injury. Then he lost his confidence. Then you're like, wow, this is bad. So he's talking about after the fact. I mean, like, I loved Ben until I realized that I didn't love Ben anymore. And then the Ben Simmons fans, it's weird with Sixers fans. You really have like cultish behavior with players. You had it with AI when people didn't want to give up on AI. AI was like 45 and people were still saying to bring him back that he could help the team. Remember the time AI come back the one time and then there was something that was going on with his family, he claimed, and he just never saw him again? Mm-hmm. Even that year, people are like, oh, the Sixers can win the championship. AI's back, right? So, but you had that with Ben. You had that with Embiid a little bit now, and you had that with Ben.
Yeah.
But when Ben in that Wizard series, when they started hacking Ben and he wouldn't shoot foul shots and he got spooked.
That was it.
It was over.
That was it.
It was it. Before that, he was fine. He was a good – people forget he was a good player.
Oh, my goodness.
He was a good player. He was an all-star player.
Yeah, on Saturday I was ranting about this with Gunner, and it's like, for me, it always comes back to Ben Simmons. If Ben Simmons was 75% of the player that we thought he was going to be, and he was showing us for a good portion of the beginning part of his career that he was that guy, I think the Sixers absolutely are in an NBA Finals, absolutely getting to a conference final. Are they winning it all? I don't know, but Ben Simmons was the crushing blow.
If he could shoot foul shots at 70%, none of this would have happened. Because like if you don't want to shoot, you don't have to shoot.
Yeah,
like the shooting was less of he didn't want to handle the ball. He wouldn't handle the ball.
He was
after.
shot. Yeah,
he was done.
He was a liability. He was a liability out there. Now,
how many seasons did Ben Simmons play with the Sixers?
Total. Well, he got a new contract.
So he didn't play his first year, and then he never played that next year because they traded him.
Correct.
The year that he was holding out that he tried not to play, he didn't play. He only played 4 seasons as a Sixer.
Okay.
7, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 21. Yeah.
There you go.
Doesn't it feel like he played longer here? No,
the whole
was
saga.
exhausting.
Yeah, the whole saga. Everything tallied up at the end of it. He's in the news right now, John. I don't know if you knew this, but yeah, Ben Simmons is actually a champion today. This is like breaking news. Apparently, Ben Simmons won a fishing championship in the Bahamas. I mean, can we play him a song or something, right? You got like...
Well, it is what it is.
Okay. You got
So hang on, what happened?
He won a fishing... Thank you. If we're going to show some love, show some love.
So Ben Simmons won a fishing competition?
He won a fishing competition in the Bahamas for the South Florida Sails this past weekend. How about this performance, folks?
So hang on a second. Does he own a professional fishing franchise?
It wouldn't shock me if that's the case.
The South Florida Sails, because I remember seeing this before.
They caught 6 blue marlin, 3 sailfish. We're talking about a dominant performance in the Professional Saltwater Fishing League.
Did he catch it or he just owned it? The South Florida Sails are a professional sport fishing team competing in the 14-team Sport Fishing Championship Saltwater Fishing League. NBA star Ben Simmons serves as the controlling owner and an angler for the franchise, so he does fish, which recently won the 2026 Walker's Cay Bahamas Open. Congratulations, Ben Simmons.
Hey, Ben, nice work, man.
Did you watch Wicked Tuna? He sounds like Dave on the tuna.com.
I wish
Ben
I
Simmons.
did.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Never?
I have.
Oh, Wicked Tuna.
Is it new? Is it? They got new ones?
They don't have the new season out yet.
Oh, okay. But they're still
Deadliest
pushing
Catches out, but they don't have the new season out. So I think it comes out soon.
Wicked Tuna, Deadliest Catch.
Are you not? Dude, you know how like sometimes people meet you and it's because they listen to you for so long, they think that it's like a really big deal, and it's like, dude, like I'm a loser. Like, why is this a big deal? If I met anybody from Wicked Tuna, that's how I would be. Oh, I love Wicked Tuna. You kidding me?
I don't even know Yeah, like deadliest catch. I think I know. Where's Wicked Tuna? Is that in New England? Is that where they're at?
Yeah, they're in the Boston area. They're in
Monster Fish.
They're in Gloucester.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Dave. If Dave Marciano,
the bald guy with the big mustache
from Hard Merchandise, and then you have Dave from Tuna.com. You have TJ from the what do you call it? From the Hot Tuna. I'm not necessarily a fan of him. Tyler, who everybody hated. Tyler from the Pinwheel.
Yeah, no one liked him.
Yep. Paul from the Wicked Pissa. No.
How about TJ Ott?
I'm not they're fine, but
who dies? Somebody dies.
Nobody dies.
Oh, okay.
That's deadliest catch.
Who's this cat? Brad Kurzowski. He's a big dude.
I don't know.
He's ripped.
Brad?
Yeah, he's a young boy.
I don't know. Let's go. Oh, Matt and Mike dropped off. Let's go to Nick. Nick wants Nick in Collegeville. Is this the Nick in Collegeville?
Yeah, this is, of course, man. Is there more than one? I mean, I'm in Delco now, but...
I know, but that's your moniker. Why? I don't know. I don't know if I've talked to you since I've been back here. What's up, Nick?
No, it's been a while, man. It's been a while. But listen, I'm in there, man. I'm tuned in. Love you guys.
Thank you, buddy.
Sean, if that could be you catching marlin and tuna and sailfish to get that boat.
I see what I'm saying, Nick. Everyone likes
toys, man. Toys and good friends.
Toys and good friends. Exactly. Where's the live by? I like it, Nick.
If they have a lot of money, then they're good friends. Right?
Nice.
When the hell, I'm calling to pick at you. Outside the first 24 months, the first 2 seasons of Benjamin, when the hell was Ben good?
The first two seasons of Ben.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I used to call you and heckle you guys because he was a fake triple double dude. He would have the 11 points, 11 assists, and just barely 10 rebounds.
So before his last year's 4th year, so first year 15.8, he averaged 8 assists and 8 rebounds, 16.9 points a game, 8.8 rebounds, 7.7 assists. Now you may look at it and be like, all right, well, it was fake. I don't know, man. He's a pretty good player during that time.
Played in 81 games too.
Yep. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, we see SGA. We saw the doubleheader. We saw the 2 guys face off last night. They're monsters. Now, granted, they're above 7 feet, but Ben was a unicorn. He was 6 feet and 100 pounds taller than anybody that could guard him in point guard, shooting guard, or power forward. He should have laced up his sneakers and already had the triple-double before he starts racking up. He should have been 19, 15, and 11. Those stats should have been better.
Yeah, I mean, but here's what he had to do, because one of the reasons why Cowherd was talking about because he said that scouts told him this is Magic Johnson but better. He's a better defender than Magic Johnson. He doesn't need to shoot, but he'll develop he'll be able to shoot. Because in the beginning of his career, Magic wasn't shooting threes. By the end, he had that set shot that he would shoot from the outside. He wasn't a great 3-point shooter, but he was capable. No. Ben would never shoot. Ben never would shoot.
He was. Look, that was a great description of him. I remember when he came out, we're like, okay, we can take that, because you had Joel who was going to be the monster in the post, but teams right away learned that we don't have to guard Ben. Nope. And that made Joel's life horrible. And that's why Joel started hating him. Because, and then it all led to Atlanta on, was that Father's Day, Mother's Day, whatever, that's right.
Father's Day. And it was over. All right, Nick, good talk to you, buddy.
Well, you look at this real quick, just from the series against Toronto. In that game, too, where the Sixers ended up winning on the road in Toronto. Ben went for 6 points. Joel goes for 12. Jimmy, 30.
I remember that game.
Damn.
Ben Simmons' first 2 years in the NBA, how many three-pointers did he hit, right? And he played in 160 games in those 2.
0?
Correct.
Because we celebrated, it was the Chinese team that came in the preseason. He knocked down the 3 and the place lost its mind.
Do you remember it wasn't even that game, it was a regular season game. And it was so patronizing to him because they were celebrating that he made a 3 so much. And it was like, oh my God, you're going to break this guy. Mm-hmm. And then Brett Brown came out after the game and said, I want Ben to make 1 3-pointer a game, or I want him to shoot at least 1 3-pointer a game.
Yep.
He didn't shoot one after that.
Correct. He made 5 3-pointers his entire NBA career.
That's almost impossible.
I'm who I am. It is what it is.
Yeah, Ben.
All right, coming up, Team AJ, Team Jalen. People are weighing in. Also, people are going so over the top over an NFC East team and how great they're going to be this year. Please. We'll discuss that coming up next. Mosher joins us coming up at 1 o'clock. Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Another win for the Phillies. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. And this good run for the Phillies continued last night. They come from behind to win the game against the Reds 5-4. They're now 16-4 in their last 20 games. They are 2 games over 500. It's not June yet, and they were 9-19 at one point this season. Bryson stopped with a go-ahead 2-run homer last night. Duran closed it out. Painter with a good start going 6 innings, allowing just 2 earned. We're a week away from Eagles OTAs opening up, and we're 2 weeks away from June 2nd, which will be post-June 1st. So we'll be getting some sort of insight soon on what will happen with A.J. Brown and the likely trade for him to New England. Looking at the world of the NBA, the 76ers are in the early stages of their president of basketball operations search. We got a couple of names there. Some games going on. Last night, the Spurs won in double OT over the Thunder in the first game of the Western Conference Finals. Eastern Conference Finals open up today between the Knicks and the Cavs. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn, New York Giants, John Harbaugh. Just put them in the playoffs now, Sean Brace. Let's not even wait. Let's just put them in right now. I mean, we know they're going to be really good this year.
Ooh.
Just ask anybody on ESPN.
Yeah, it's the giant buzz. You know it's New York, and especially with ESPN, they are situated. They are located in all things New York, right? So they are kind of a local flavor for them, right? Not kind of, they are. It's the same thing with the Knicks.
A local flavor?
Yeah, with ESPN. I feel like Get Up sets the tone a lot for that station. Isn't First Take, I believe, is in New York as well?
Yeah, it's in New York, but
a lot of those guys are really New Yorked up. Like I said, the Knicks, no doubt. And you know that they have the Jets thing with Greeny already, but I feel like the Giants would fall into that category. But regardless, putting them to the side, name the outlet. People are looking at the Giants saying, you know what? They got the quarterback. They got a fun running back. They got Malik Neighbors.
Another knee surgery.
And now Harbaugh. So, yeah, there are a lot of people out there trying to pitch the idea that the Giants are going to be successful this year.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Slides in the playoffs? Something like that? Like, really? Like, you would have to make the case they can win the NFC East.
Oh.
Would mean that the Cowboys have a season that no one's expecting. I mean, aren't we expecting the Cowboys to at least be a playoff-type team?
Yes.
The Eagles to have a season that we aren't expecting. Everybody, they're over-unders 10.5 on wins, right? So people are expecting the Eagles to win 11 games or 10 games.
Yeah.
All right. What about Washington? I don't know if I'm expecting a playoff season. Could they be as bad? Is Jaden Daniels going to not be a good quarterback again this year?
No, they could be good. They could be good. And I think Dan Quinn is a good mind. We'll see what they're able to do. But I wasn't surprised that they struggled last year. Let's put it that way. You just talked about win totals, just the Giants. You know what they're at? They're at 7.5. Like, hold up. We can't be talking about the Giants, being a playoff team if their win total is 7.5.
Right. Could they win 9? Yeah. Could they win 10? Okay. All right. Yeah. Like, and that's Dart taking a significant jump, also staying healthy. Yeah, like everything goes right. We've seen it. We see the team that takes that jump that no one's expecting. You have the new head coach, a little bit of an easier schedule, which they're going to have, right? Actually, I don't know how easy the schedule is going to be, but anyway, we've seen it, sure. But also, don't sell me that the Giants actually mean something in the NFC. Could they be a wild card team? Could they sneak in? Oh, okay, whatever.
4-13 last year.
Yeah, what are we talking about here?
Like I said, it's the new shiny object, right? And I know Jackson Dart's been there already, but he is the big reason. Why? Because if you have your quarterback, then that's half the battle. Oh, by the way, new He-Man movie coming out. Were you a He-Man guy growing up?
No.
Okay.
My era, though.
Yeah. Like I think that movie, there's a lot of good movies coming out this summer. I'm not a movie guy per se, but I am definitely excited about some of these movies. Spielberg's got a crazy horror movie coming out.
You were saying this earlier.
Yeah.
You're going to be living at the movie theater.
I think I am. I might become a member. You could sign up for that monthly club.
Oh, and you can go whenever you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
Free
awesome.
bucket of popcorn, too.
Ooh.
Yeah. No beers, though, Ray. I'm not going to be slinging 6 beers while I'm at the movies.
Oh, so you're not going to
Ray?
movie tavern.
Exactly.
All right. Here's John Harbaugh last night. So they had a Giants town hall. Here's John Harbaugh.
I could care less about what's happened last year or the year before that or 10 years before that. I don't give a crap about it either. Not one bit. All I care about is tomorrow's practice. Because if tomorrow's practice is the way it's supposed to be, that'll be one more step in the direction of being a good enough football team to kick the Cowboys' ass.
Ooh. All right.
That's our job.
So
It's our job to be good enough to do that. We got to make ourselves good enough to do that. That's our responsibility.
They have their first game of the season is against the Cowboys, and he's actually handling it perfectly. He's already got the bullseye on the Cowboys week 1. They are going to be frothing at the mouth the entire training camp waiting for that game. Ray?
Which is great if you want to put the bullseye on the team that came in second place in the division. I get what you're saying. You're right about that. But it's funny, we're going to kick the Cowboys' ass. America's going to find out once Carrie Underwood finishes that song just how good the Giants are. Good enough to beat a team that was also sub 500 last year. It's really, really great for him. One takeaway from this, though. the Giants town hall where you get all these people. Harbaugh up there on the mic. Then you get, I think they had the general manager.
Stephen Tisch, was he speaking?
I do think he was left out of this one.
Oh, okay, good.
And then you get all the players. They had Jackson Dart. Could you imagine the theater would be to have Nick Sirianni up there just talking in front of all these Eagles fans, or like Jalen Hurts trying to talk in front of all these Eagles
yeah, for
fans?
sure, yes.
Could you imagine the Eagles town hall? 'Cause that
it'd
would
be
incredible.
Amazing. It'd be amazing. Absolutely. You imagine all them showing up to do it too. It shows you how far the Giants have fallen off. This is it. John Harbaugh's a shiny object. Giants fans are happy. I have friends that are Giants fans. My buddy Schneid's a Giant fan. And Harbaugh's the exact hire they needed. He sets the culture. The problem with the Giants is since Coughlin left is they've had a bunch of coaches. They haven't had a culture.
A whole lot.
And different GMs. The Saquon Barkley stuff was a mess. Ownership's a mess for various reasons. Now you have a guy that comes in and he says, no, this is what I'm doing. Now, I think John Harbaugh comes in and turns them into a winner. But again, then what? Think about it. They're just hoping they can be mentioned among playoff teams. Then to actually take that next step and matter, it's tough, man.
Yeah, there's plus 600 to win the division, which is pulling up the rear. Commanders are 5-1, Cowboys plus 235, Eagles plus 110. So they're favored. Yeah, the Giants got a long way to go. Baby steps, Bob, as we say. And what I believe is that they are in the right path because of Harbaugh, like you said, good hire. He's going to build that culture. They got guys that gave up on defense. They got to figure out what they're going to do with some of these draft picks. Like Abdul Carter was a big disappointment last year. That guy was supposed to be a can't-miss prospect. To bring him in and to spend that draft capital and then not have him pay out. And then, of course, he's missing practices, I believe, and, of course, getting benched, whatever it was. But, yeah, it did not work out well for him, obviously, year one. So we'll see what happens. Long way to go, but they do have some things going in their favor, specifically the quarterback.
Yeah.
I think.
Who, if he doesn't look out, he's going to get a concussion every game.
That, too.
He's going to learn how to play. Not saying he can't do it, because we've seen a lot of young quarterbacks that come out there. You don't realize that you got to get in. Jalen was always very smart about not taking the contact, but it doesn't matter. If you're playing, if you're out there, guys are going to try to hit you. Jackson Dart wasn't worried about taking the contract. He was initiating contracts.
Yeah, he was crazy.
Who'd they draft? Who'd they draft in the first round? They got an offensive lineman?
They got Reese from what was Texas Tech, right? He was the
Arvell Reese.
And they signed Isaiah Likely, so they have and they paid a lot of money for him, too.
And they also drafted an offensive lineman, too. Didn't they get an offensive lineman from Miami? I forget. Look, they
got the guy from Miami.
Correct.
All right, coming up, 610-632-0975. We have someone calling in from San Francisco that's stoked about Bob Myers. Is this a 76er fan? All right, we'll talk to him coming up next. Also, back to Eagles, Jeff Mosher coming up at 1 o'clock. But we talked a little about Kyle Schwarber's Hall of Fame potential yesterday. How likely is his path to Cooperstown? We'll talk about that coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. Yep. 4-time NBA champion. Sean Brace, if I would have told you that the 76ers would have fired Daryl Morey and hired to replace him Bob Myers.
I mean, again, like we have 4-time NBA champion here.
There's reasons to be happy if you're the 76ers.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Ray. Right?
Yeah. There's reason to be happy.
All right. Then maybe Josh Harris maybe it was a good hire.
You know what? We should do a show where we make everyone apologize to Josh Harris.
The thing I would say...
Josh Harris Appreciation Day?
I mean, again, like we have 4-time NBA champion here.
Let's not get too crazy here. Anyways, keeping it moving. The thing I would say is he made the easy hire, right? Like this was seen. This was on the radar. This wasn't like, again, he deserves the credit. So don't misconstrue what I'm trying to say here. But this was an easy hire. He brought him in. He knew that this was the guy. Things go sideways. I have to look to somebody to go ahead and take the baton and run with it. It's Bob Myers.
But here's my question: Why didn't any other franchise want him? If it was so easy, because I agree with you. Like if he wanted the job,
it's a good question.
I'm just curious to know how it all went down because they can offer him the job of, hey, like you're overseeing everything, and we know you have the eye on the Sixers. And by the way, I want you to have an eye on the Sixers. What do you think? Because for everybody that the national people, Ramona Shelbourne, are the people that were like, oh, well, Bob Myers doesn't want that job. Yes, he does. He just wants he's not going to spend 24/7 on running the Sixers. This isn't a restaurant owner that's operating the restaurant and is cooking and is working the front of the house and the back of the house and everything else. He's the restaurant owner that is looking at the menu, that is making sure the chef is hired, making sure that whatever menu they want, like he's making, but he's not running it 20 hours a day, 7 days a week. He's not there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and so why else would he have wanted the job? The writing was on the wall the whole time when he came in.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I didn't really understand people that were like, oh, well, he doesn't want the job. Yeah, right. He doesn't want the job. His fingerprints are going to be all over this team.
It's a good gig. Good spot to have.
All right, let's go to Doug in San Francisco. Doug, go ahead. Hello.
Hey, first off, man, having you and Sean back together is a throwback because that's right when I started listening to the station in Philly sports radio in general. I'm from the area.
Where are you from?
You brought in the other. I'm from Morristown.
Okay, Doug in Morristown. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, so I used to swim with Bob Myers. Well, I don't know. He might still go to the gym there that I go to. It's a very, by the way, it's like a very everyday man's gym, not a fancy gym at all. And he's a really nice guy. And everyone left him alone because we all know who he was.
Right.
But I feel like I willed it into existence because around him when he was the GM of the Warriors, I would constantly just in the locker room just be talking about the Sixers and how we needed a good GM, blah blah blah.
Did you talk to him about that, or were you just talking and then he was within earshot?
No, yeah. He was right next to me, and we would split a lane at the swimming pool and stuff. And I'd be talking to some other guy about basketball, and I'd always be like, "Yo, man, we just need a really good GM." With Joe and all these guys in place, with Maxey, it was we just need the right pieces, blah blah blah. So you guys can all credit me. Because now we have the most gangster GM in history in the NBA. Bob Myers is a smart man.
This was after he left the Warriors, but he was still living in the Bay Area, and you would see him at the gym. So you were planting the seed.
This is way before he left the Warriors. It's funny because I remember being at the gym. Our pool closed down, and I remember just being next to him at the gym part of it. Stretching us the day before he gave his announcement that he was leaving the Warriors. So,
oh man,
he's just like an everyday dude. But obviously, right? But just seeing firsthand while I was in the Bay how he transformed that roster. Very, very smart guy. I am super stoked. I think this is the guy. I might be wrong because I said this about Daryl Morey, but this guy is the guy that's. Yeah, I know, right?
But if Joel Embiid's playing 72 games or 70 games, Daryl Morey might have gotten the team to a conference final too, right? As much as I want to crap on Daryl Morey, still, they were never doing this without Joel Embiid, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you're right. I mean, you look at Joe, I'm sorry, like, this is what I was thinking about. It's like, you look at Wemby now, and, like, you see what Joe did to Wemby. Like, people forget, Joe, talent-wise, is, like, a freak of nature. You have a 7'2" guy who's going to, go wide base on you at the three-point line and drive it in. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like, people don't realize how talented that guy is. So, I don't know, man. Like, lots of things here. I think we're all on positive. We have Johnny Marks and Sean Brace back together. Like, this is crazy. So let's go Sixers.
My man.
And real fast, Ray was wondering if you saw Bob Myers in the locker room nude. If you get anything report from that.
Yes, 100%. I have seen him nude, and I will not be reporting anything, Ray. You weirdo.
Oh yeah, because that's definitely what I was asking about. John's thinly veiling his interest.
How about that?
Nice work.
He is 6'7" and a former NBA player.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Doug. Appreciate the words. And, yeah, look, it is. I'm glad he brought that up because they did play this year, remember, and Joe went toe-to-toe with them. We know what took place the previous year, 70-plus points, understood. But, man, that was this year, and Joe was right there with him. I get it, man. You're the Embiid tease, John. Like,
It's real.
This is absolutely, it's real.
So when we finally talk to Bob Myers for the first time, we're going to have to bring up Doug.
Doug, yeah.
He used to share the swimming lane. All right, we'll leave out your question.
We'll leave out your question. Don't you put that on me.
Hey, Ray.
Brad and Chalfont. Brad, go ahead. What's up?
Hi, I just want to make a comment. I want you to tell me if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, he was given the okay to trade McCain by Harris.
And Myers.
The main reason, and Myers. To me, that was the main reason why he should have been fired. But if they okayed that trade, and then he comes up and says that salary cap isn't an issue, give me a break. I haven't liked this owner. I don't feel like he's part of Philly. It's just a business for him. I've been following the Sixers since '64. And all I can say is I miss Pat Croce. That's it.
All right, Brad, appreciate it. It's very fair criticism, everything that you said. I do believe Bob Myers when he says, I wouldn't have taken this job if ownership wouldn't be willing to spend into luxury tax, the extra money. Because look how much money he spent, and he's when he was with the Warriors. If ownership won't spend $400 million, then he doesn't have a chance to keep the same players, right? So I firmly believe that if Josh Harris isn't going to spend money to where, hey, I got to spend an extra $75 million out of my pocket to get this player that's not going to put us over the top. If they build a championship team, they will spend money because they can make more money. But, when Joel Embiid said you're ducking the tax, he's right. But John Middleton had said, I'll spend into the luxury tax if I feel like that's a player and we can legitimately win the World Series. Could they legitimately have won the NBA Finals this year by getting a guy? I'm not telling you they shouldn't have tried to improve the team. They should have. The answer is no.
No.
Unless it was Wemby that they're going to get.
That's it. What an alien. What a performance last night. And what a game one. If you're staying up late, you got everything you wanted in that game. Now tonight, game one, Knicks and Cavs.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I think we all need to be intrigued, but I'm not setting the expectations as high as I did for the Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder. 7.5 Knicks favored at home, 217 tonight. 8-10 first
That's
pitch.
a Knicks line.
The Knicks, man. This schedule, I get it. Yeah, they're taking care of their business sooner than everyone else. But just a wonderful thing for them. They just get to keep playing these teams exhausted. Again, I'm not saying they're schedule merchants here because they did sweep the Sixers, but whew.
Is this the game that Cleveland comes in and wins, though?
Could be.
I don't know.
That game one, Oklahoma City, lost game one at home. They were idle for a while.
Feels more like the Sixers-Knicks game one type situation to me.
I agree. James Harden and those legs, a little bit dead.
Looked dead in game 7.
They sure did. All right, coming up, Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, Philly voice. What do we got with the Birds? Does he think that it's fair to say, hey, Jalen Hurts, you have to prove it this year? That's coming up next. Alberto has a Phillies chant he wants to share. Is this our Phillies chant that we just patented today?
I think so.
Ray, did you like our Phillies chant?
I loved it. It's up on our socials right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, people are loving it.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's on Twitter. Go find it at 975 Middays.
All right, Moshe's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Bills. All right, I'm right done with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Phillies win 5-4 last night over the Reds. They're now 16-4 in their last 20 games. Somehow, someway, now 2 games over 500 after the 9-19 start that got Rob Thompson fired. Last night, Bryson shot a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 8th. Duran closed it down in the 9th, and for Andrew Painter, it's the first start in which he's gone at 6 innings. Phil's back at it tonight against the Reds. We're a week away from Eagles OTAs opening up, 2 weeks away from June 2nd, that date post-June 1st, which would mean we're going to get some sort of an answer on A.J. Brown soon. Again, we all assume it will be a trade to the New England Patriots, but that is 2 weeks away. In the NBA, the 76ers in the early stages of their president of basketball operations search. A couple of names out there for them right now in terms of candidates, but very early on in that process. The Western Conference Finals began last night. Double overtime win for the Spurs over the Thunder. Eastern Conference Finals begin tonight. The Knicks and Cavs, 8 o'clock this evening. This update's brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and The Fanatic.
The Birds joins us coming up in a second. But earlier we did a Phillies chant because everybody's complaining about the Eagles chants at Phillies games. So we do it again. Alberto has one. How many Phils do we want to do? Is it
3, 4, 5, 7?
That's what someone said out there too. 7?
7. I think 7's a good number.
7 feels right.
All right.
And then at the end, do we hold the Phils?
So is it 7, then hold the Phils? So it's total of 8?
Let's try it with 7 as the 7th one where we hold the Phils. All right, ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. Phils. 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 Is that enough?
Feels like we need an eighth.
We need at least one more.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get down with 8.
Do people like it, though?
Oh.
Is it enough?
I saw a
feel
couple people tweeting out the video, so.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like.
I think they'll like it better than the Eagles chant at a Phillies game.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's like it's fair to be annoyed that it's like, all right, why are we doing Eagles chants? What about a Phillies chants? We know Brendan and Manayunk was trying to start some kind of a Phillies chant.
Yeah, he did. He was letting us know.
I forget what it was. Was it good?
He said he hard launched something. It didn't work.
It didn't work. No, it definitely didn't get off. So we can, maybe he can join us in the fight.
7.
Alberto has a Phillies chant that he wants to share. Alberto in Northeast Philly. Hello. Go ahead.
How you doing, guys?
What's up, Alberto?
I like the chant, though. I do like it. I feel like it's missing something.
I do, too.
So our nickname is called the Fighting Phils, right? So I was thinking maybe with the same, chant, we go like fight, 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 Fighting Phils.
I kind of like it. How many fights do we do, though?
Especially, I feel like, maybe 8. Because if it's the bottom of the 8th inning, I feel like the players could really rally with that. Like, if you hear a whole stadium going fight, I feel like that'll get their blood pumping.
I like it.
Alberto.
I like it. All right, Alberto.
Bringing the heat.
So we do fight, and then the last thing is Phils or Phillies?
Fight.
How many fights?
6, like at least 7 or 8. Let's try it. Ready?
Okay.
Jeff Mosher's coming up in a second. Ready?
Yep.
Fight. 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 Phillies! I don't know. That would be 8. That was 8 when I did Phillies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
We're workshopping it.
Yeah,
It's not getting worse.
No, it's not. No, I agree with Alberto. It's missing something. It needs some hook at the end.
Should we go Fighting Phils? Fighting Phils. Fighting Phils. Fighting Phils. Fighting Phils. Fighting.
How do you end it, though?
With
Dan Baker would have to pay it. He doesn't control the organ, right? Maybe Jeff Mosher could help us up. Philly voice inside the birds. Joins us every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. What's up, Moshe?
What's up? I think you got to combine those two. I think you got to start off Fighting Phils. Fighting Phils, right? And then after about 4 or 5, you go fight, 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 Phil.
Oh,
that's it. You got it.
I like it.
So you're on the runway, fighting Phils, getting them warmed up, and then you go, fight, 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 Phils.
That's right. It's like you got the crescendo going, and then you just let it all out.
And you just let it. I mean, listen, the Phillies fans are very angry that Eagles chants are happening all over the place. At the golf course, even Arata makes not safe from it.
I got the DJs down there. My guy DJ 9, he can hook it up. We can get something on the Jumbotron. We'll make it happen. You're going down with 50 deep on Saturday?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. It's supposed to rain. How you doing, Moshe?
I'm all right, guys. A little under the weather, but I'm going to try to make it through here. It might be a little hoarse.
Dare I say you are fighting?
Fight.
I am.
Fight.
I'm fighting.
Fight. 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 All right. I don't even know how they stumbled into this morning, but it's really like, has Jalen Hurts, has he earned more than for the national media or others to be saying that he is more or less like he's playing for his job in 2026, or he's on the clock? What was the exact term they used, Ray, during the
prove it?
The prove it year for Jalen Hurts. Do you think this is an actual prove it year for Jalen Hurts?
Oh, for sure. I absolutely do. And I think that when the proof is in the idea that they are bringing in an offensive coordinator and a scheme that they've never run before. And this is the second time you kind of heard them say, we really need to freshen up our offense and bring new ideas, because they just haven't gotten what they've expected out of their passing offense for a couple of years now. And I know 2 years ago they won the Super Bowl, and a lot of people like to retort with that and, and all those points that they scored in the championship game and the Super Bowl. But if you go look at the passing offense, it was at the bottom of the NFL. And that's fine if you don't have a whole lot of money invested in your passing offense, but you did and you do. So I think that it's very plainly obvious that if the passing offense continues to struggle, there's going to be recourse for the quarterback. Now, I'm not saying that's going to it will, but any situation, most like in this case, right, where you have a quarterback whose pass offense has struggled for years, and you're looking for the answers, and if they never manifest, then there's always an expiration date.
Yeah, and the Eagles aren't an organization that looks at a coach or a quarterback and says, "Oh my God, what would we do without them?" Right? Like they've shown they can win with multiple coaches and multiple quarterbacks, and I think we would all agree the most likely scenario is that Jalen Hurts is still with the team after 2026, and I expect him to improve and to meet the challenge, but it's there if he does not turn into a better quarterback, if he doesn't evolve as a quarterback. Eagles are already going to be looking to see who possibly could replace him. So is it a proven year? It's a really important year for him, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you look at some quarterbacks who've had success, but weren't considered maybe the elite of the elite, right? You look at a Russell Wilson, if you want, or a Joe Flacco. I think we've used these names before. Look at them 2, 3, 4 years removed from their best year or their Super Bowl year, and it became, you'll see in both cases, changes in offensive coordinator, changes in this, changes in that, changes in personnel around them. And, I don't think Joe was able to hold on a little bit longer, but then they eventually drafted Lamar Jackson when things just weren't getting better. And then obviously you saw what happened with Russell Wilson just 4 or 5 years after his second Super Bowl. It happens. If you don't get better, if you don't adjust, and if you don't, not considered, it starts with making all that money, right? And if you're not living up to that, then of course there's going to be a change.
Jeff, I wanted to ask you about A.J. Brown not inviting Jalen Hurts to his wedding, but I will skip the seating chart assignment and get on over to the schedule. Keep the main thing the main thing.
I like it.
As far as the schedule is concerned, I saw 2 tough spots. One a little bit in December, a little bit tougher than the other one earlier part. But, of course, when you're going across seas to London and don't have the normal bye week following and you got to continue to roll into the season. Oh, by the way, Carolina Panthers are coming off a bye that next week. That's a tough spot there. What is something that jumped off the page at you as far as the schedule release is concerned for the Eagles?
Well, the fact that I'll give you one positive, one negative. One negative is that, they're playing 14. I think them and the Chargers or another. There's one other team that has to play 4 teams this year coming off the bye. I mean, that's crazy number. That's a lot of teams that have the bye week before you have to play them. And sometimes that's irrelevant, but sometimes it's not. And I think that's, for the Eagles to have to face teams that get that extra rest while they're playing, at so many different time slots, so many different days. It's clearly not advantageous for them. Now, they may not feel the effects of it, but that's the case. And then I think early, to your point, Sean, if you look pretty early, they should be 2-0, Commanders, Titans, right? But then you kind of got a little bit of I don't want to call it murderer's row, but at Bears, then you're versus the Rams, then you go to London to play Jaguars, who, by the way, won 13 games last year. It's not like they were a slouch. And then the Panthers were the NFC South champions. They may have had a losing record, but they certainly made a lot of additions in the offseason. That's 4 weeks there where you're facing teams that were in the playoffs last year. And then once you get through that, you get to this 3 straight weeks against NFC East opponents, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. So that's a kind of a 7-week stretch that I think is going to be pretty interesting for the team based on the opponent, based on the times and locations of the game. The one favorable thing that I thought about the schedule was that, you play a couple of home games there at the end, which I think will help them. And most of their tough games are home. You get the Seahawks at home, get the Texans at home. So that's pretty good from that standpoint as well.
What do you think of, talking to Jeff Mosher inside the Birds Philly Voice, what do you think of, the NFL is gobbling up every broadcast window they can. So that now includes, of course, Thanksgiving. Eagles are playing Thanksgiving Eve. They're playing. Eagles are on Christmas Eve. Are you a fan of football on these holidays?
It's hard for me to my default answer is no because I'm a reporter
and we have to
I
work.
like to be with my family, right? I don't know how the common fan feels about watching those games on holidays. I imagine some love it because it's a distraction from having to deal with family members they don't want to talk to. I imagine some don't like it because they put on events for the holidays. My sister-in-law puts on a great Feast of the Seven Fishes on Christmas Eve and invites everybody over. And it's one of my favorite days of the year. I mean, I love seafood, so it's fantastic. Now that's going to get co-opted by an Eagles game. So I know she's not thrilled with that. So I think it's different for different fans and experiences. I think the bigger issue is how many of these games now, and this isn't just an NFL issue, I'm sure you guys have talked about it, are on streaming services that you're making people have to double pay now for. That's a problem, and I know the NFL likes to think that there is no problem that's going to cost them an audience. Maybe they're right. Maybe they won't be. Maybe 20 years from now, they'll look back and say, maybe that wasn't the best idea.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree with you. As far as the Eagles, and I guess in today's NFL, you're taken off of the routine. You're not playing every Sunday at 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and then maybe if you're good, you have a primetime game once or twice a year. Not the case. Eagles are playing not only on Thanksgiving. We mentioned Christmas Eve. They're playing the 5 o'clock game on Saturday, December 19th. There's international games right now, so this is really it's one of these mental things with a team that you're not going to just be playing every Saturday and an occasional or every Sunday and an occasional Monday, to Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah,
you're all over the map, and that's difficult to get taken out of your routine. So the Eagles have a lot of these games late in the season where they're not going to be the 1 o'clock or the 4:25 game on Sunday.
Right. So your routine becomes being out of routine, really.
Yep.
Because your entire week of practice, including the time that you practice, right? Your travel, if you have to go on the road, everything revolves around who you're playing and when you're playing them that week. And if you're all over the map, then you have to keep adjusting your practice schedules. And especially as you get later in the year, when you're not going to be in pads as much, when you're trying to get rest, if you've got an older team, and the Eagles have plenty of guys who are going to be, they're young for the most part, but some of their best players like Saquon Barkley, Lane Johnson, are getting, older, if not already old. Brandon Graham, if he plays, and you want to be able to account for that in practice.
Yeah, Jeff, we'll talk to you at least one more time before the A.J. Brown June 1st trade is likely to happen. Seems like Jeremy Fowler said this on our show last week. It seems like 2028 first-round draft pick, then some other, maybe, you get a fourth, we give you a third. Maybe there's a player that's involved. That seem like fair compensation for both sides to you?
I think so. This is a hard market to gauge without knowing exactly how many other teams are interested, truly interested. I think what hurts the Eagles to maybe get more is the fact that right now there are a couple teams that still need wide receivers. You're not hearing them in the A.J. Brown sweepstakes per se, but they need wide receivers. I think the Rams could. Well, we have heard the Rams, but the Commanders clearly, right? You've heard them about Ayuk. There are a couple other teams that you look and say, man, they need one more. But when you have Steph Diggs, who's been cleared now and sitting out there, and he's capable of giving you 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
When you have a guy like Keenan Allen, who I personally love. I think Keenan Allen is a great slot receiver who can stay. Last year he caught 70 or 80 balls. He's still very productive in a certain role. I think teams are looking out there saying we can still find some guys who can help us move the. If the Rams added Keenan Allen or Steph Diggs tomorrow, man, they're already looking like a Super Bowl contender. But they would be incredible.
Yep.
So I think that hurts in trying to find more people who are going to give up a lot of draft compensation for A.J. Brown.
Great stuff, Moshe. Appreciate it, buddy. Wait, what's wrong? It's just allergies, sore throat? What's going on with you?
Yeah, I think it's a respiratory virus, something, head cold, something like that. I don't know. I'm very hoarse.
You weren't on a cruise anytime soon.
I was not on a cruise. No, I'm not that. I don't need to be quarantined yet.
All right. Well, think about the Phillies chant. If you come up with anything, let us know. All right.
All right, but if I practice anymore, I might lose my voice.
Yeah, do it in your head. All right.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Mose. There he is inside the birds. Does a great job.
Yes.
Philly voice.
Creating that Philly chant, man. It's taking over. Well, look, when it comes to the Eagles and A.J. Brown, and I know that you are on the record, I just want to put this out there because we have a number of insiders that join us, and they're all great in their own right. Of course, Jeff Mosher, he's an insider, right? We got Jeremy Fowler, he's an insider. Well, James Palmer hopped on with Kay Adams.
Oh, man.
And he's saying this isn't done just yet.
Really?
He's saying there could be potentially another team that could be involved, and he points out the Jacksonville Jags. I'm with you, though. I just feel like this was already in the works. It's already done. They can't talk about it because it's illegal. Point blank.
Right.
Like, this is – you can't have this if you're a commissioner.
So by the way, it's not done until it's done.
Gotcha.
So there's always the potential of something happening, right? But the last thing you can do at this point, I mean, think about it. They just drafted a wide receiver in the first round of the draft. They have a ton of wide receivers. They traded for Wicks, and he's making how much money next year? You paid him like a real starting wide receiver for next year. Here's the one thing Howie could do is if the Patriots end up saying, you know what, screw you, Howie, he would have to go back out and he would have to re-stir the market, which he could do.
Mm-hmm.
But I just find it hard to believe that you draft a wide receiver in the first round without already having a deal done.
Quote, if you think Howie isn't calling every team, you're a fool. Howie has no deadline. He is in no rush. He doesn't need to do a deal June 1st. He can give it weeks, a few months. That's from James Palmer on A.J. Brown with Kay Adams.
Maybe we should get James Palmer on the program tomorrow. Huh?
Text has been sent.
Okay.
A few months.
Well, I mean, he called me a fool because I don't believe he's going to the Jags. So we're fighting words. But Jimmy Palmer called me a fool.
Who do you think he would prefer to come on with, you or Kay Adams?
Probably Kay. Well, we are buddies.
I mean,
she is flawless.
We had him every.
Yeah, I'm sure he likes coming on with us too. I mean, I'll just in all seriousness, I'll just say this about it.
Yeah.
If that's the case and Howie's really still fishing around to try to get more,
okay,
be careful. Just be careful. Be careful that you're not going out there and you're not turning your back on somebody that believes that they've already made a trade. They can't technically do it, but just be careful because if they just say like me, I'm a spiteful person.
Yeah,
I could be like, you know what, Howie? All right, you take your wide receiver and beat it because you can try to restart the market. It doesn't mean that you're going to get what you want, and you could get less, or you could get stuck with them. And then you can say like, oh, well, we never said we wanted to trade him. What are you talking about? And then everybody would be like, see, all made up in the media. I don't know, man. I still find it very hard to believe that he's not getting traded to the Patriots.
I'm right there.
The day we would have if that trade doesn't happen, or it's all over, the dust settles, that would be tough. Because, I mean, 95% of the people have realized at this point, but there are about 50% of those 95% of people, if you could follow me, that have accepted it, but are blaming us anyways. And that 50% would have a field day at our expense.
Oh, yeah, but that's fine. Even if people that were like, I told you A.J. Brown's not getting traded, they're still wrong. Because every side had every intention of trading him, and you were wrong. Because that person was saying this is all fake news and it's made up by the media.
Right.
So whether or not it actually happens or not, they're still wrong and I'm still right.
I understand that you are right.
They may not believe that.
That's more what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't care what they believe.
No. Yeah, no, that'll be a day.
Oh, it would be a day for
That
sure.
would be a day.
Yeah.
That would be a no-show sheet day. That would be a day I just show up. I'll be sitting here. Be like when Embiid got ruled out for game 2. I'll just kind of lean back in the chair and just look up at the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't see how this isn't already done, signed, sealed, and delivered. Not signed. Okay, hold up. And it's a Patriot thing. It's A.J. Brown to the Patriots, second-round pick, and next year first, right? Whatever it may be.
2028 first round.
And nothing. Yeah.
And a fourth, and they get a third back.
This year, listen to me. As we're going, what are we going to do? Hit the rewind button? No, yeah. Everything is obviously next year. You're right. We'll see. Look, Palmer's the only guy that's saying that, right? Fowler came on the air and said, there's only one team.
But it seems like that I mean, and he may have intel that Howie is calling and sniffing around and poking around because the deal isn't technically done. But, I mean, how many deals have you had not technically done that were done and you were never going back on the deal? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
What are we doing? A murder.
Exactly. All right. But just in general, I am getting a lot of good feedback on the idea for the Phillies chant.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
People, I mean, it's definitely not the finished product.
No. We gotta continue to spitball.
We're workshopping it.
Yeah, workshop. There you go. That's
we'll clean it up. I don't know if it's the last thing we were saying is fight in Phils. 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 Yeah. I like the first one we did better.
Yeah, I didn't fall in love with that one.
Just shorten to the point, concise, Bills, 7 times, keep it going. Yeah.
All right. Coming up, Shams was on with Pat McAfee yesterday. He talked about the future of LeBron James. Also, he talked about the scandal. God forbid he reported the MVP winner. People were very angry at him, including me.
Ooh.
How about that?
Whoa.
We'll discuss coming up next.
How about that?
Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Phils keep winning. All right, between the Phils chanting, how about that? I'm Ray Dunn. This Fanatic Sports Update might go a little sideways. Phillies won 5-4 over the Reds last night. Bryson Stott go-ahead 2-run homer for the Phils in the win. Duran closed it out, and Andrew Painter went through 6 innings. For the first time in his career, the Phillies now 16-4 in their last 20 games. They got the second one of a 3-game set against the Reds tonight down in South Philadelphia. As we are now just a week away from Eagles OTAs down there in South Philadelphia, 2 weeks away from that June 2nd date, post June 1st. We'll keep you updated on anything that happens with A.J. Brown in that time frame. As again, the likely place for him to land is New England. No word, of course, on anything official yet. We'll get to that post June 1st date. In the world of the NBA, Game 1 of Western Conference Finals, the Spurs won in double overtime over the Thunder last night. Eastern Conference Finals begin tonight. Knicks and Cavs, that game at 8 o'clock. Sixers still looking for the president of basketball operations. We'll keep you updated on that search. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn on your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Phil's in the house. Ricky Bo, Silvana, they're coming up at 2 o'clock. Unfiltered as the Fighting Phils win another one last night. Phils. Yeah,
I lost track of Phils.
that's the problem. Is you have to count when you're doing it, which takes away from the enjoyment.
Yeah.
How's my rat tail?
It's disgusting.
Is it coming in? Is it square?
It looks terrible. If you're watching on YouTube, Sean has the rat tail. You got to grow up for another month.
Yeah, another month. Just think about it. The ECF is getting started tonight.
It's starting to get long.
Yeah, I can feel it.
It looks bad. This morning you said that you were running in somewhere and you had to go back to get your hat.
Yeah, I got my hat.
People to talk about it.
Yeah, I had to go get my hat. You know, it's even though it's the back of your head, you can feel. I feel people talking about me. I could just feel the eyes upon me.
I would think the first reaction is he's missing a spot.
Yes, that. Like, look at this idiot.
Because somebody that would grow a rat tail wouldn't have a bald head on top of it, right? Or they would grow their hair out and then shave their head and then you have it.
Just leave the tail, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get the tail, but it's a long way from the tail.
Yeah, no,
I'm just a patch. I might, you know what? This might be like my thing.
You may continue to grow it.
Right?
You never know. Could happen.
Just saying.
There's a lot of things out there. I would choose something that's maybe not this.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like with you, Ray, and you're shaving the beard, right? We're doing a makeover for you, getting a different, taking your lollipop away, getting you a different haircut.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I'm thinking maybe a mustache for a week at some point this summer.
Yeah, you'll do that.
Yeah.
I know. And you'll pull it off, too. You look good with a mustache.
I just don't love it.
Well, yeah, it's a mustache.
Yeah, I just kind of look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, who let that guy in here?
Yeah, it's fun for a gag.
Right.
And then you go to the bar and, a woman's looking at you being like, well, Connor has just a mustache. He makes it work.
Yeah, so, it's guys can make it work. I don't think me necessarily. Again, I kind of look in the mirror and I think there's an intruder.
Does Connor have a girlfriend?
He does not.
Does Connor do well with the ladies?
He does.
Oh, yeah.
He does. He's a stud.
You could see.
Oh, he's all right. Mustache.
Yeah, he walks.
Good-looking guy.
He walks around upright. You know, you could see.
He does walk around with some confidence.
Yeah, he's got the confidence. He got the step.
Ray, do you walk around with confidence?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Not like Connor.
I don't walk the way Connor does. Connor's got a strut to him.
Connor walks around like a former ball player when he comes out.
Yeah, he's got the strut.
He does have the strut.
You know, he reminds me of the Foghorn Leghorn. The way that guy used to walk.
And then Ray comes out.
How about that? How about that?
Right. No, I need that one on my board, too.
Yes, in unison.
It's on your board, I think.
Where? I don't see it.
There's two of them now.
Oh, it's up top.
How about that?
Before I stole this segment real quick, because I know you mentioned the Phillies.
Yeah.
I just, from last night, I forgot to get this off my chest. Joan, pronounce his name for me so we're all on the same team here. Go ahead, Ray.
Joan Duran.
Duran, there, like Duran.
Duran,
okay,
not Duran.
No, Duran. That's how I pronounce it. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I was in my own head there for a second. But wow, what about his stuff last night? That sinker he had a buck on the gun fastball. Then he drops this sinker. They had no shot at hitting him yesterday.
Nope.
He was incredible last night.
Yep.
Now, Amaro had something last week where he was talking about Chapman potentially getting him. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people that want to get him. But could you imagine that, having that guy going from the 8th into
Alvarado?
Woo! Yeah.
Yep.
Just hand it off.
Well, I mean, if Keller was the big signing and he hasn't done squat yet.
That's true.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah. Are they going to make a deal at the trade deadline? Yeah, they might. Keller doesn't figure it out. Bolin hasn't been all that good.
Big bad John.
Yeah, they hadn't been a good signings in the bullpen.
Wow.
So we holding off our
Tanner Banks stinks this year.
Dave Dombrowski Appreciation Day. We're holding off on that one.
We need to get Himbo on the line because I heard him in July of last summer. Or no, it wasn't July. It was the off season. He said point blank, this is the best bullpen out there in Major League Baseball
on paper.
Yeah,
on paper. All right, Shams. Let's start off with the. Let's just do this part of it. So he comes out and he announces who's winning the MVP, which is why am I blanking?
SGA.
SGA. Which was no surprise or whatever. But he came out and he reported it before it was going to be announced at the game. What was the timing of it? Was it the day before?
No, what it was an Amazon Prime deal. So they were going to announce it.
On the broadcast, which is when they do it.
Correct. And he ended up putting a tweet out at 6 a.m., which people are wondering, like, what that's all about. You know, did he mean to schedule a tweet? I'm still riding with the fact that Shams got the information and he reported it, point blank in the story. But, yeah, everybody was upset because the Amazon people wanted to put it, and that's why they said, hey, Shams, take a little bit of a break and go to brunch. Blake Griffin ripped them.
Right. I mean, I'll just say this. Like, he's a reporter, and his job is to report. But is he really a reporter? He's an insider. There's a difference. So does that mean that Schefter, he reports everything he knows? Of course not. Right? Like, he's given information, and he's given information whether he should report or not. I mean, like, you telling me Shams, because of his reporting skills, like he's Bob Woodward to figure out who the MVP is going to be, or he has given the information? When you're an insider, you've reached the status, and then you're giving information. I'm not trying to say he's not a reporter, but he's above that level. He's an insider. And, I mean, I don't know. Is it really his job to report who the MVP of the NBA is? This isn't, hey, Joel Embiid needs knee surgery, or this person isn't playing in game 2. This is for the NBA. He shouldn't report it. Let the NBA report it. Adam Schefter could tell you what teams are going to. Remember, Adam Schefter used to report the draft pick before the draft pick. Guess what he stopped doing? Reporting the draft pick before it was announced. You know why? Because fans hated it. And, like, I would just say, stay off of Twitter if you don't want to know, but people don't want to do that. So you don't, just because you know it doesn't mean you have to report it. So, no, I didn't like that he reported it.
I could see it both ways. Like, I understand where you're coming from, and I would almost rather it be, put out the right way. But at the end of the day, Shams is getting that information, and as long as he doesn't care about messing with the league, I mean, look, people rip on him, saying he's not the insider that Woj was. So, okay, how could you shut those people up by getting the information that Woj once got? Now, I don't know if Woj is putting that out there, but regardless, putting that to the side.
Woj used to get leaked information from Joe Dumars, and they got caught because they gave Joe Dumars fake information. And they said, if he's the one giving this to Woj, we'll know it because we're giving him something different than everybody else. And Woj printed what Joe Dumars was given from the league.
That's great.
And he got suspended. I don't want to hear about Woj.
That's great.
All right, all these insiders are on the same level.
Yeah, they're all creeps, right? At the end of the day.
I don't know if Shams is a creep or not. I just like.
But I mean, like creepy, like they're insiders.
They're insiders.
Yeah, like
they're playing a game, bro.
I don't mean like he's a creep, like behind the scene. No, like. They come like a yucky. I got yucky.
Adam Schefter sent something to the GM of Washington and said, "Does this look okay?"
Yes.
They're like, "I'm writing this about you. Does this look okay?"
You might have heard of this. Diana Rossini was sleeping with a coach.
Who's Diana Rossini?
What?
Like, yeah, these insiders all make me feel yucky. All right.
But Blake Griffin said it's Sunday, Shams. Go to brunch, you nerd.
Yeah, that was. And Shams was not happy at all because Malika Andrews said it yesterday, and he didn't bite at it. So he needs to have a little fun.
Yeah, could you imagine him at a brunch?
Yeah, he doesn't seem.
No, but like, here's my question, because you can say it's fair game, and that's fine. But like Ray, does he really need to report who the MVP of the NBA is?
Oh no,
he doesn't need to put that out there. Just let the broadcast do it.
I don't like
know.
the draft pick thing either.
I don't.
I'd like just let it happen. It's an event. Let it happen. We get it. You got sources. You got information. It is interesting though because you brought that up about it being an Amazon Prime deal.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Schefter stopped doing the draft picks.
Yep.
Who broadcasts the NFL draft?
Correct.
Right, but that's part of it. That's part of it. Shams needs to now. Shams is ESPN. He's not Amazon Prime, but ultimately he's making money from the NBA.
Oh yeah.
So if that's the case, the NBA doesn't want you putting out who won the MVP before the MVP is actually announced. Didn't everybody know that SGA was going to win the MVP anyway?
Correct. But that's my big issue. My big issue is like, dude, if you are a professional league, can you not keep that under wraps? That's a pretty big deal. It's your MVP. Can you not keep that under wraps? What are we doing here, people?
Now, Shams could also still be mad at the NBA because apparently he wanted them to take down the
So here we go again.
Doc Rivers' criticism of him, and they wouldn't. So he could also be like, you know what? You want to put up a social post that I don't like? I'm going to put up a social post that you won't like. I'm not saying, I don't know if he's that petty. I could see him being that petty. He doesn't seem like a very fun guy.
I actually like Shams. I don't know. Like,
I don't mind him.
Is he a robot? He
seems like one.
He doesn't like. I don't watch him and be like, I don't like that guy, or he rubs me the wrong way. He seems like
He's normal.
What he is. Yeah,
he's
he is. Younger dude.
Yeah, did you not say he is a robot? Because he comes off robotic to
He's
me.
a robot.
Yeah, he's a robot. Yeah.
Not a bad thing.
Now, real quick, because I read Jordan Schultz supposedly stopped going.
See, I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either. He blocked me. But I read that, and I don't know if this is true or not. Sorry, putting it out there. Field fact. Jordan Schultz stopped doing the herd because he would put the draft picks out there, and the NFL said, no. We run this.
Right.
Yeah, with Fox, that whole connection.
But, they're broadcast partners. So if the NFL says we don't want you tweeting out the draft picks before they come out, then you do that. Again, this isn't Joel Embiid's getting knee surgery. This isn't that Wemby is hurt and he's not playing in game 2. This isn't real reporting stuff. This is he's giving the information. He's electing to put it out there. I mean, I don't know. If you want to be a real reporter and report stuff, this isn't real reporting. This is being given information. I don't know. All right, coming up, YouTube chat recap, and we have some voice memos from the show. That's next, Middays with Marks.
The Phillies are red.
Is Middays with Marks. 1 o'clock hour of the Pro Show brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together. So does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration championship results. 3 locations: Ballackinwood, Wayne, Pennsylvania, Lancaster. Morgensternhair.com. Morgan with an E. Morgensternhair.com. 610-831-HAIR. And our Davis Honda text line. Feel the Davis difference at Davis Honda in Burlington, where you can also send voice memos. Sean Brace. It's not just text messages. You can send voice memos. If you know how to send a voice memo, you do it. We like when you send your name, location, occupation. If you don't do it, if it's good, we still play it. What do we got, Ray?
This is Kevin from Delco, and we got to give a little respect to the red-haired monster. The red-haired monster went out there, went to Citizens Bank Park, and gave everything he had to uncurse this Phillies team. So we have to give the respect to the red-haired monster named Elmo, because since he showed up to the Phillies have been on fire, literally. Just like Ray Dunn's skin was on fire during the game yesterday. By the way, what'd you do? Think I was talking about Ray Dunn and giving him his props? That man's still a jinx, no matter how many one-win games he ends up going to. Come on, Ray. Get your head out your butt.
All right, that's true. Since why was Elmo there anyway? I didn't get the answer on that. I just saw the videos where Elmo was in with T-Mac and
Elmo's so
Bryce.
cute. So cute.
Promotion.
Love Elmo.
I feel like Sesame Street sells itself at this point.
So Sesame Street, when I grew up, was not Elmo. I don't even think was a thing. It was Bert and Ernie and Big Bird and Cookie Monster and who was the trash can guy?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, like it was all about that. Now having kids and they're already out of the Sesame Street stage. Like everything's about Elmo. Elmo. Bert and Ernie, kids don't know Bert and Ernie. Oscar the Grouch is still pretty funny, but he's not as prevalent. And Cookie Monster's definitely good. Cookie Monster's still
Cookies.
Right. He's got his little bits that he does on the show. But it's all about Elmo. And frankly, I think Elmo's a little bit, he's watering things down. Too much Elmo.
Really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Man,
System star?
No, I mean, like, it's just, I think you have to have more respect for Sesame Street than to just be like, all right, when all else fails, let's do Elmo, more Elmo. Come on, you got to develop some of the other characters. You got to give Big Bird. You got to pay homage to Big Bird.
Oh, Big Bird was the best.
But Bert and Ernie's boring. The kids don't like him.
Hey, Bert.
There's a lot of characters that they semi-retired because the kids didn't like them.
Is it Elmo's franchise or is it not Elmo's franchise?
It's Elmo's franchise. It's Elmo's franchise.
He's a franchise player.
He is.
Elmo was.
There you go.
He ain't in Embiid either. He's a real franchise player.
Oh, no, he's out there. He performs. Elmo was homesick, and he met up with Bryce Harper, and they talked. Bryce Harper calmed him down by saying, Philly's a lot like Sesame Street. And they had a good hug at the end, too. Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Elmo's nice. Speaking of nice, real quick. I just lost it. Son of a gun. Anyways, you're a big Facebook guy these days, John Marks.
Oh, man, you can't keep me off his Facebook.
Well, I was just wondering because Ray's blonde friend popped up on my potential people to know.
Who?
And I wasn't Mulpert.
No, I'll let you work this one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What's her name?
You weren't introduced to her, so you don't know her name.
Yeah, that's why. So, yeah.
Exactly.
From
Yeah,
PHL 17.
from PHL 17. Lindsay. I knew it wasn't Lauren. Damn it. I was tripping up. Anyway, so I didn't know if I should request her or not. But she doesn't know who I am, so I don't want to be that.
I would not do that based on Ray.
Yeah, no, Ray.
Ray might not like that.
No, Ray would definitely not like that.
You can request someone I know.
Hey, Ray.
You two are so weird. You know that?
What do you mean? You're the one that didn't introduce her to Ray.
He started shuffling away.
Oh, yeah. It's always my fault.
All right. All right. Well, so, Sean, if that comes up in my feed, I will not request it.
Yeah, I would probably just skip it, too. You never know.
But you can definitely follow me on my socials, including Facebook. I'm back on Facebook, and I'm reconnecting with a lot of listeners from before, including Flyer Rob. Wow. Sean, back in the day, Flyer Rob was a significant caller to the station.
Always, yeah.
Hey, guys, it's Flyer Rob.
Well, I brought his name up when we were talking Flyers a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy by the name of Rob. I said, is that Flyers, Rob? And it wasn't, but still pretty cool.
Well, he started following me again recently because I'm back on Facebook for the first time in a while. And listen, I'm loving it. I'm loving Facebook. My mom sees my posts and is very happy with them.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's good stuff. All right, let's get to the YouTube chat recap, shall we?
It's time for The YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man. Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Hit me.
John's shirt looks like a sink after someone with gingivitis brushes their teeth. JM from the chat.
Gingivitis. I didn't know that had a look.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess if it did, right, does my shirt look like gingivitis?
I wouldn't know, but sure, yeah.
Listerine.
I was hurting this morning when I got up, and I didn't want to put on a T-shirt. I could barely see because I was watching the NBA game late, and I had 7 girls that were sleeping over my house.
It got over late last night. It was a late one.
Yep. All right, what's next?
Johnny is wearing the map Christopher Columbus used to sail to the Americas. If Bayless from the chat.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it right there.
Doesn't it kind of look like if Ponce de Leon threw up?
Absolutely.
This is what would look like my shirt. My daughter just did a report on Ponce de Leon.
Ponce de Leon.
Yep. If Ponce de Leon threw up on my shirt, this is what it would look like. That's why you have to watch on YouTube, Sean.
I like that.
You can see, because you have a nice PGA Aerodynamic shirt on, very good. Nike logo.
Oh, good, weight to it. This is good.
That's a good shirt.
It's a good polo.
That's a good shirt. All right, what's next?
Ray has 2 iPhones. One is for women with names A through L, and the other is M through Z. MBD from the chat.
Hey, Ray.
Nice.
That's true.
Ray, it's almost hitting season for you, right? Summertime is here. Gonna be down the shore a lot.
The weather's already warm.
Okay.
Yeah, when are we?
Schwarber's already hitting his home runs.
All right.
When are we hanging out down the shore?
Hitting season's here for Ray.
Can we go up to Avalon?
You red monster.
Can I meet you in Avalon?
Sure, I'll go to Princeton with you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I got friends in Avalon.
Yeah. Oh, friends in Avalon.
I do.
Congratulations.
I do. Yeah, I mean, not friends where I'm staying at their house, but I know people that live in Avalon.
I'm more of a Stone Harbor guy, so
I like Stone Harbor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Wildwood guy. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
You got a pond, a pool, but a pond more for you.
I mean,
no, I kid. I love them all. I go to Wildwood. But, I've been venturing down to Stone Harbor for the past couple of years. And
Is that where you've been going?
Yeah, it sucked me in. But, come on, if you're going out at night, you end up at the Princeton. Everybody ends up at Princeton. What's the heck the name of that place I end up at in Stone Harbor? The Reeds. Reeds is a nice place. Beautiful sunset right there.
Stone Harbor's smaller.
Oh, yeah. Fred's Tavern. I was rocking the Fred shirt yesterday.
I saw it.
I love
very
Fred's.
proud of that.
Yeah, I love Fred's.
All right, what's next?
Who projectile vomited on John's shirt?
There you go.
Kobe from the chat.
Ponce de Leon.
Ponce de Leon.
After I don't know what he ate. What is this, tacos that he ate?
Pierre Garçon.
Come on, man. You know this looks good. This is this summertime shirt.
Yeah, I think so.
All right?
Yeah.
I don't wear this in the winter. This is a summertime shirt. Living's easy. All right, what's next?
John only wears these shirts for the comments. Andy from the chat.
I don't. I only wear these shirts because they're the only shirts that I have.
Yeah,
if you look at my closet, this is what I'm littered with.
You guys are going to make comments no matter what, which we love, but at the end of the day,
I do.
Yeah.
No, I honestly, all right. When I pick out a shirt in the morning, do I say I'm not going to wear this because I don't feel like hearing the comments today? Yeah, that's happened a couple
Oh, I can't wait. We're having Jersey week here. I'm going to roll it out.
Yeah, we're going to have a themed week.
Oh, yeah. Summertime theme.
What are you wearing today, Ray? What are we talking about?
I'm wearing a Phillies polo.
Oh, okay.
Salciunas said it looked like I was trying to sell the Sunday package.
He's all tucked in. You wearing pants? It's 900 degrees out there. What's
I'm
going
wearing
on?
pants. Are you wearing shorts? Oh, yeah. For the most part, I don't wear shorts to work.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten on that wave, too.
It's hot out there.
It's warm.
Yeah. It's hot out there for sure. Deal of the week. And check this out, man. Are you kidding me with this deal of the week? I'm ready to buy right now. As we were just talking about the shore and everything else, as I'm trying to find it on my page here. Maury's Pier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. One same-day ride and water park combo ticket, $70. Unlimited rides on all 3 piers. Access to both water parks for the whole day. While supplies last, 975thefanatic.com/deals. I'm a big water park fan. Was it last year we went up to Camelback? Where's the good?
Oh, yeah, Camelback.
Is it Camelback?
Yeah, you got one up there.
No, I don't. Where's the? Is Camelback have all the different rides?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we
Yeah.
went then.
Yeah.
Oh, I love. I'm a big water park guy.
Dorney Park?
No.
Wildwater Kingdom?
Too many people.
Oh, okay.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Been a while. They're going up to camp. My girls are going to camp this year. They're going to
Nice.
Dorney one of the days.
Love it.
Yep. Hershey Park. I'll do the water at Hershey Park.
Like that, too.
That's fun. All right. Hershey Park sounds like fun.
Maury's Pier, though, I'm in.
I love Maury's Pier. Big fan.
Yep, 975thefanatic.com/deals. Coming up next, we have Bill, we have Ricky, we have Silvana, unfiltered. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you.
Now.